You're tuned in to the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network. Today's Long Island Ducks game broadcast will begin shortly. Every game this season will be broadcast live on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network with high-definition video and audio via Boxcast. Fans can tune into the game on the Ducks' official Facebook page or YouTube channel, as well as the team's official website, liducks.com. Thank you for tuning in, and stand by for complete coverage of today's game. 2021 individual game tickets are now on sale. Fans can purchase their tickets by calling 631-940-TIXX, going online to liducks.com, or visiting the Ducks mobile app. Season ticket packages and 10-game plans are also available. To find out more information and secure your seats, please call 631-940-3825 to speak with someone in our ticket office. Get your business recognized by hundreds of thousands of Long Islanders by taking advantage of the advertising and sponsorship opportunities currently available with the Long Island Ducks. For more information, please call 631-940-3825, extension 106, or check us out on the web at liducks.com. The Ducks offer many packages available for groups to enjoy a game. The team offers block seating, pregame and in-game picnics, luxury suites, our exclusive party deck, and so much more. In addition, groups have the opportunity to take part in a variety of exclusive experiences. Group ticket packages are now on sale. For more information on Ducks group outings, please call 631-940-3825 to speak with the group sales department. Looking for official Long Island Ducks merchandise, hard-to-find memorabilia, team apparel, and so much more? Then be sure to check out the Waddle In Shop, the official merchandise store of the Ducks. Fans can visit the shop online anytime at liducks.com by clicking the merchandise icon. The store is open on game days from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m., and then during the game from inside the ballpark only, and on non-game days from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m., Monday through Friday. Children 14 and under can become members of the Bethpage Federal Credit Union Long Island Ducks Kids Club today. Kids will receive a unique gift package and take part in a variety of fun activities that come with being a member of the Kids Club. For more information on how to sign your child up, please visit liducks.com or call 631-940-3825. Quackerjack, the 11-time Best Long Island mascot, is now available for appearances at parties and other special events throughout the Long Island community. Please fill out and submit an appearance request form at liducks.com or contact the Community Relations Department at 631-940-3825 to book an appearance. Once again, thank you for tuning in to the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network. Today's game will begin momentarily. You're tuned in to the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network. Today's Long Island Ducks game broadcast will begin shortly. Every game this season will be broadcast live on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network with high-definition video and audio via Boxcast. Fans can tune into the game on the Ducks' official Facebook page or YouTube channel, as well as the team's official website, liducks.com. Thank you for tuning in, and stand by for complete coverage of today's game. 2021 individual game tickets are now on sale. Fans can purchase their tickets by calling 631-940-TIXX, going online to liducks.com, or visiting the Ducks mobile app. Season ticket packages and 10-game plans are also available. To find out more information and secure your seats, please call 631-940-3825 to speak with someone in our ticket office. Get your business recognized by hundreds of thousands of Long Islanders by taking advantage of the advertising and sponsorship opportunities currently available with the Long Island Ducks. For more information, please call 631-940-3825, extension 106, or check us out on the web at liducks.com. The Ducks offer many packages available for groups to enjoy a game. The team offers block seating, pregame and in-game picnics, luxury suites, our exclusive party deck, and so much more. In addition, groups have the opportunity to take part in a variety of exclusive experiences. Group ticket packages are now on sale. For more information on Ducks group outings, please call 631-940-3825 to speak with the Group Sales Department. Looking for official Long Island Ducks merchandise, hard-to-find memorabilia, team apparel, and so much more? Then be sure to check out the Waddle In Shop, the official merchandise store of the Ducks. Fans can visit the shop online anytime at liducks.com by clicking the merchandise icon. The store is open on game days from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m., and then during the game from inside the ballpark only, and on non-game days from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m., Monday through Friday. Children 14 and under can become members of the Bethpage Federal Credit Union Long Island Ducks Kids Club today. Kids will receive a unique gift package and take part in a variety of fun activities that come with being a member of the Kids Club. For more information on how to sign your child up, please visit liducks.com or call 631-940-3825. Quacker Jack, the 11-time Best Long Island mascot, is now available for appearances at parties and other special events throughout the Long Island community. Please fill out and submit an appearance request form at liducks.com or contact the Community Relations Department at 631-940-3825 to book an appearance. Once again, thank you for tuning in to the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network. Today's game will begin momentarily. You're tuned in to the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network. Today's Long Island Ducks game broadcast will begin shortly. Every game this season will be broadcast live on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network with high-definition video and audio via Boxcast. Fans can tune into the game on the Ducks' official Facebook page or YouTube channel, as well as the team's official website, liducks.com. Thank you for tuning in, and stand by for complete coverage of today's game. 2021 individual game tickets are now on sale. Fans can purchase their tickets by calling 631-940-TIXX, going online to liducks.com, or visiting the Ducks mobile app. Season ticket packages and 10-game plans are also available. To find out more information and secure your seats, please call 631-940-3825 to speak with someone in our ticket office. Get your business recognized by hundreds of thousands of Long Islanders by taking advantage of the advertising and sponsorship opportunities currently available with the Long Island Ducks. For more information, please call 631-940-3825, extension 106, or check us out on the web at liducks.com. The Ducks offer many packages available for groups to enjoy a game. The team offers block seating, pregame and in-game picnics, luxury suites, our exclusive party deck, and so much more. In addition, groups have the opportunity to take part in a variety of exclusive experiences. Group ticket packages are now on sale. For more information on Ducks group outings, please call 631-940-3825 to speak with the Group Sales Department. Looking for official Long Island Ducks merchandise, hard-to-find memorabilia, team apparel, and so much more? Then be sure to check out the Waddle In Shop, the official merchandise store of the Ducks. Fans can visit the shop online anytime at liducks.com by clicking the merchandise icon. The store is open on game days from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m., and then during the game from inside the ballpark only, and on non-game days from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m., Monday through Friday. Children 14 and under can become members of the Bethpage Federal Credit Union Long Island Ducks Kids Club today. Kids will receive a unique gift package and take part in a variety of fun activities that come with being a member of the Kids Club. For more information on how to sign your child up, please visit liducks.com or call 631-940-3825. Quacker Jack, the 11-time Best Long Island mascot, is now available for appearances at parties and other special events throughout the Long Island community. Please fill out and submit an appearance request form at liducks.com or contact the Community Relations Department at 631-940-3825 to book an appearance. Once again, thank you for tuning in to the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network. Today's game will begin momentarily.
This is Long Island Ducks baseball.
Justin Davies at the plate, the winning run at third. Crowd going nuts. Swung on, bouncing ball left side, off the mitt.
is Adam Bailey. He settles under it. He makes the catch. And for a second straight year, the Atlantic League trophy will reside on Long Island. Swung on and missed for strike 3. The Long Island Ducks have come to Texas, and they'll be bringing the trophy back home to Long Island. The Long Island Ducks are the 2019 Atlantic League champions.
And now it's time for the Long Island Ducks pregame show.
Live from Central Islip, Fairfield Properties Ballpark, this is Long Island Ducks baseball at liducks.com, the Ducks YouTube channel, and of course on Facebook as well. Tonight, the Ducks open up a homestand of 6 games in length, starting with 3 against the West Virginia Power, the first of 3 games right here in CI. Good evening, everybody. I'm David Weiss, and for the first time this season, but for the 21st consecutive season, minus 2020, which all of us want to forget, I introduce alongside me, the Kinger, Chris King.
It is great to be back alongside you, David.
I got to tell you, in all the relationships in my life, this could be the most emotional. It really is like a long marriage. When you think about this,
It is.
There was a courtship phase. We got to know each other. There's been a little bit of bickering along the way, but mostly it's been a lot of affection. There was that legal battle as we fought over custody of Mike Graham. But aside from that,
Other than that,
it's been terrific. You and I and Mike, the original broadcasters, and I don't think there's a minor league duo between you and me who have worked any longer.
we are the longest tenured broadcasters in the Atlantic League by a long shot, and I would assume from a lot of other minor leagues as well.
Yep, it's true, and we welcome you back after a little bit of a respite, and then you drove right back to the Ducks after an incredible New York Islanders season, and when you pick it up again, it will be in a new arena. We hope that's the plan after a long road trip to begin next season.
You won't see me for a month and a half, but it'll happen that way.
Exactly. But you did such a spectacular job.
Thank you.
What a great job in bringing us, the pictures, through your words, and what a run it was. But now it's back to business and Ducks baseball. The Ducks not in first place now, but that could change at any moment because they're near the top of the Northern Division, and the Ducks are the most northernmost team in the Atlantic League now with new teams, one of which the West Virginia Power, and that's who we're facing tonight.
And this is the home stretch, David. There's no doubt about it. If you think about the halves this year in the Atlantic League, 60-game halves, right? The Ducks have played 40 games, 20 to go. So 20 games to go in the first half. They're 1 game back of the first place Southern Maryland Blue Crabs in the North Division. So this is it. They've got to make hay now, and the Blue Crabs are playing the best team in the league, Lexington, this coming week. So, again, this is the chance to make your move, take back first place, put a little distance between themselves and the Crabs, and, again, try to lock up that first half playoff spot. That way the second half is just fine-tuning and getting ready for what they hope will be a 5th straight appearance in the Atlantic League Championship Series.
So it's the Ducks and the West Virginia Power. We'll take a break right here. When we return, we'll hear some highlights of 3 players no longer with the Ducks, 2 of which had a cup of coffee here as they go on to Team Israel and the Olympics. We're talking about Danny Valencia and Ian Kinsler, along with a guy by the last name of Tonkin, who wasn't here long enough. He was the Ducks closer, and he has been signed away. We'll hear from all of them, some highlights from the last homestand, the last few games they have played. When we return here, Ducks baseball, Ducks against the Power.
Hey fans, this is manager Wally Backman, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network.
When we see Long Island, we see you. Because at Catholic Health, we know that it's your remarkable lives that breathe life into our island. So at every Catholic Health hospital, practice, and care facility, we're able to provide the highest quality, most innovative care for your body. Because our culture cherishes your humanity. Long live Long Island.
Take your group out to the game this season and enjoy all the fun of Ducks baseball at discounted prices with the picnic area, luxury suites, party deck, and so much more. Bringing your group to the game will be an unforgettable experience. The Ducks even offer opportunities to sing the national anthem, serve as the Ridgewood Savings Bank color guard, be the Nicolak Dream Team, or put on a pregame performance. To book your outing today, call 631-940-3825 and ask for the group sales department. Long Island Ducks baseball. Good times every time.
Chris King and David Weiss back to the Duck Pond before tonight's opener of a 3-game series between the Long Island Ducks and the West Virginia Power. And as David told you, we'll take a listen back to the last homestand. The final 3 games against the High Point Rockers turned out to be the final games as Long Island Ducks for the ex-Major Leaguers Ian Kinsler and Danny Valencia, who have now joined Team Israel and are barnstorming the East Coast, getting ready for the upcoming Olympics at the end of the month in Tokyo. And earlier today for the Ducks, David, it was good news, bad news, as they found out they have had their 10th player signed away by either a major league organization or a foreign baseball league, and this one hurts because closer Michael Tonkin is going to Mexico to join the Tijuana squad there. He had 9 saves, second most in the Atlantic League. He had given up just 1 earned run in 16 games this year, 17 innings pitched, so he was among the best closers in the league, and now it's up for someone else, most likely Danny Barnes, to try to fill those big cleats.
Well, last season, the season of the Ducks Championship 2019, Wally Backman got a really good lesson in how to juggle a lineup with players coming and going, a revolving door. It's the nature of the league, and now he has to do it again in his bullpen.
So again, we take a listen back to the High Point Rockers series, the last 3 games at home here. Lots of highlights for Kinsler, Valencia, and Tonkin. We didn't know at the time it would be the final appearance for Tonkin at home, but indeed it was, so enjoy. Big opportunity for him here with 2 on and 2 out. He puts it up the middle and through into center field. Jackson will score. Fields will score. It's a 2-run single for Steve Lombardozzi, and Long Island breaks on top. It's 2-0 Flock here in the bottom of the second. Line drive right at the second baseman. Kinsler flips back to first, and they double off Levy. Oh boy, Ian Kinsler, the 2-time Gold Glover in the major leagues, just made that look way too easy. I mean, it was hit right at him, but the throw, he just casually sidearmed it across his body, and Levy had no chance to get back at all. So he lines into the double play, and just like that, nobody aboard and 2 outs now for the former Duck, James McCohen. The 1-2. In on the hand, swing and a miss, he struck him out. Michael Tonkin fans James McCohen, and the Long Island Ducks take game 1 of the doubleheader. They beat the High Point Rockers 2-0 for Michael Tonkin. 8 saves on the season now. He is tied for the league lead as Long Island takes the opener of the doubleheader and the 3-game set, again the final. The Long Island Ducks 2, the High Point Rockers 0. We'll give a little work here to Keefe as this one roped in a right center field. That's going to get down for a base hit. Davidson Romero will turn third and score. Berardi around second. He's going to go for a triple. Here's the throw, the head first slide. He's in there! RBI triple for Jesse Berardi, and he has tied this game at 1 in the bottom of the second. Payoff with Turbo going is hit deep to right field. Jared Mitchell going back at the track, at the wall. He looks up. It's gone! A 2-run homer to right for Steve Lombardozzi. His 5th of the season. He drove in 2 in the opening game. He drives in 2 more in the nightcap. And he gives Long Island their first lead of the night. It is 3-1 Flock. Now the 0-2. Tomahawk in the left center field. That's a base hit for Danny Valencia. Turning third and coming home to score is Davidson Romero. Going for second is Valencia. He's in there. Danny Valencia has his first run batted in as a Long Island Duck. It is now 4-1 in favor of the Flock here in the last of the third. 1-0. Is in the air to right field. It's going to dink in front of Mitchell for a base hit. De La Cruz scores. Almodovar will score. It's a 2-run single for L.J. Mazzilli, who extends his hitting streak to 15 games and makes it 6-1 Long Island. 3-2 again. Is poked the other way into left field for a base hit. Mazzilli will score. It's an RBI single for Jesse Berardi and an 8-1 lead for Long Island. They have batted around here in the last of the fourth. Loops it in a right center field. Going to be a tough play for anybody, and it gets down. Turbo will score. Frias will score. It's a 2-run single for Ian Kinsler. He's got his first 2 runs batted in as a Long Island Duck, and he brings the flock within 1. It's a 4-3 game. Here it is. And that well hit to right field. Johnny Turbo going back at the track, at the wall, reaches up, and that ball is caught. Oh my goodness, what a grab by Johnny Turbo! Again, just some of the highlights from the last games here at the Duck Pond now for our national anthem.
By the dawn's early light, what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last beaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets regular, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Beautiful rendition of our national anthem, Star Spangled Banner, courtesy of Lindsey Barry, standing behind home plate. And as the Ducks get set to start against the West Virginia Power, my buddy the Kinger, Chris King, with tonight's starting lineups.
Now first, David, for the visiting Power, as managed by Mark Minikazi, the former Duck. They are 17-22, last in the South Division, 9 games back of the first place Lexington Legends. Connor Myers will DH and lead it off. Scott Kelly bats second and plays second. Teodoro Martinez in left hitting third, and Reimer Liriano swings cleanup in right field. Alberto Callaspo is the third baseman and 5-hitter. Edwin Espinal bats sixth and plays first. In the 7-hole, it's Elmer Reyes, the shortstop. Batting eighth, Justin Henley, the catcher. And hitting ninth, Miles Williams, patrolling center field. All of that in support of the southpaw, Joe Harris, who comes in on the year with no record and a 4.82 ERA. For Wally Backman's Long Island Ducks, 21-19 record, second in the North Division, just 1 game back of first place Southern Maryland. Again, 20 games to go in the season's first half. Vladimir Frias leads off at third. Steve Lombardozzi bats second and plays second. Lou Ford, the ageless one, in left field batting third. And red-hot L.J. Mazzilli, the cleanup man, in right. Ryan Jackson bats fifth and plays shortstop. Sal Giardina catches and hits sixth. Hector Sanchez at first base tonight, batting seventh. Hitting eighth, it's Jesse Berardi, the DH, and batting ninth, Breland Almadova, the center fielder. All that in support of the right-hander Scott Harkin, coming off a terrific debut here Wednesday in Game 1 of the doubleheader against the High Point Rockers. David, it was a 2-0 win, and all he did was throw 6 innings of 5-hit shutout ball and got himself named the Ducks Pitcher of the Week in his very first appearance for Long Island.
Leading off for the West Virginia Power.
Lives in Walnut Creek, California, and the Ducks are thrilled to have him. So we're just about ready for baseball here tonight. Ducks and the West Virginia Power. As the umpire's already calling a summit meeting down the first base line, and nothing's happened yet.
Apparently they're unhappy with your call early on here, David. They don't like the direction you took the pregame show at all.
Did I mispronounce Lindsey Barry? Is that the problem? Oh, my. All right, I think we're just...
No, I think it is, David. Their first base coach does not have a helmet, so I believe that's the issue for the Power. And so now he's also not wearing a jersey, so I think they want to get some type of jersey. There it is, more the jersey than the helmet right now. Right. So the Power's first base coach was without a jersey, and now he pulls one over and is ready to go.
All right, at least he's wearing pants. That's all that counts here. Just about underway. A humid evening
right, what's your guess on the temperature here, David? It was second pitch, I know.
Thinking somewhere in the low 70s.
I'm with you. Yeah.
Yeah, somewhere about there. I think room temperature 72. That's my guess. First pitch on the way from Harkin, and that catches the outside corner for a strike.
Public Transportation Services start time of the game is 6:37.
6:37 is the start time. We'll get the temperature in just a moment. Pitching from the stretch is Harkin, as so many pitchers do, even though nobody's on. 0-1 pitch. Broken bat, snared at third base by Vladimir Frias, one down. So it just took 2 pitches and a broken bat, and there's 1 out here in the top of the first. Little line drive.
Yeah.
Off the bat of Connor
Second
Myers.
baseman, number 2, Scott Kelly.
Scott Kelly coming up, the second baseman, and batting second. Still awaiting that temperature. They're going to keep us in suspense here.
I think because the out was made, yeah, we may have to wait another pitch or two.
So Scott Kelly coming up. First pitch is on the way, and that is just a bit
Tonight's
inside.
official Public Transportation Services start temperature of the game is 72 degrees.
Oh, David, you're still on your game. You haven't lost
gosh.
a step.
I'm in mid-season form as we approach mid-season. So
Yes.
worked out well. 1 ball and no strikes to Kelly. Next pitch right down Carlton Avenue for a strike. 1 ball and 1 strike. Kelly on the season at .331, among the league leaders. In fact, West Virginia among the leaders collectively and individually in average. Next pitch is taken by Vladimir Frias on 1 big hop and throws across in time. Great play by Frias. They call it the hot corner, and appropriately so. 2 down.
Yeah, 2 balls have found him, right? That broken bat liner from Myers, and now the Baltimore chop from Kelly that, as you called it, David, he went up a long way to get it and then made a strong throw across. So a put out and an assist already for Frias at third.
That brings up third man in the order for West Virginia, Teodoro Martinez, the left fielder. And Harkin, big right-hander, listed at 6'2", 215. And there's nothing but right-handers in the lineup except for the switch hitters. There's the first pitch. Fastball nips the outside corner. It's 0-1. There are 2 switch hitters in the lineup. Everybody else batting from the right side for the power. 0-1 the count. Martinez on the season at .351. And next pitch, right in there for a strike. Quickly 0-2 to Martinez, who has a homer and 16 RBIs. In terms of average, 5th in hitting in the Atlantic League with that .351 average. Standing deep in the box and right up against the plate. 0-2 pitch on the way is fastball. And Martinez not chasing 1 and 2.
Kind of unusual, David. The Power only have 1 true left-handed hitter, Tyler Pertain. He's not in the lineup. And only 1 southpaw on the entire staff, and that's the guy starting tonight, Joe Harris.
Very heavily right-handed, whether it's pitching or at the plate. That's true. As we mentioned, a couple of switch hitters. That's one of the leading hitters in the Atlantic League, Alberto Callaspo. And further down in the order, Justin Henley. Next pitch is golf foul out of play right side. Count remains 1-2 with 2 down, nobody on, top of the first. Fairfield Properties Ballpark, thanks so much for joining us here tonight as the Ducks take on the West Virginia Power, the first game in a 6-game homestand as the Ducks come home and find themselves just a game out of first place, trailing Southern Maryland. West Virginia at the bottom of the South Division with a record of 17-22. Next pitch is ripped toward the gap, left center field, racing over and taking it on 1 hop. The center fielder, Breland Almodovar. So there's your first hit of the game. Perfect game and no hitter goes by the boards. And it wasn't us who jinxed it. Martinez is aboard with 2 down.
Well, David, you talked about it. This West Virginia Power team has 4 of the top 10 hitters in the Atlantic League. So this will be a real test for Harkin tonight, coming off that, again, terrific debut for the Ducks with 6 innings of 5-hit shutout ball Wednesday over the High Point Rockers.
So the cleanup man, right fielder Reimer Liriano, stands in as very quickly Harkin throws over before even climbing aboard the rubber to try to keep Martinez as close as possible. Martinez in the larceny department has attempted 10 steals, and he's 50-50. 5 steals, caught stealing 5 times. The next one is ripped, and a liner right to shortstop Ryan Jackson. So the Ducks infield coming through nicely. as that line out provides the final out here in the top of the first in the inning for the Power. No runs, a hit, a man left. We go to the bottom of the first here at Fairfield Properties Ballpark, and the score, West Virginia nothing, Long Island coming up.
Hey fans, this is outfielder and hitting coach Lou Ford, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network.
Going way back is Joe Holden, and he is looking up, and that one is headed to field 5 at Robert Moses. The waves are gnarly, and the Ducks have tied it at 1.
That was another home run for the Ducks. And Duck fans, what's more fun than a home run that helps the Ducks win a game? How about a homer that helps the community win? Chappie's Funeral Home and the Long Island Ducks have once again teamed up for the Chappie's Home Run Challenge. If the Ducks hit 100 homers this season, Chappie's Funeral Home will donate $5,000 to the Quackerjack Foundation. So every time a Ducks hitter goes deep this season, watch for the Chappie's Challenge home run count on the scoreboard. And if we reach 100, we're all a winner. Chappie's Funeral Home, where caring for others is a family tradition.
Can't get enough of the Long Island Ducks? Well, now you can get even more inside info on your favorite hometown team through Facebook and Twitter. The Ducks are constantly updating fans through social media with scores, transactions, ballpark promotions, and much more. You can even win great prizes. All you'll need to do is make a free account on Facebook and Twitter, and then visit us at facebook.com/LIDucks and twitter.com/LIDucks. Think you're Long Island's biggest Ducks fan? Get connected now.
Fans, every walk by a Ducks batter this season is a First National Bank of LI walk to first. Now, for 93 years, the First National Bank of LI has been helping their clients succeed. Now, they invite you to experience the customer-first approach for yourself. Visit fnbli.com.
At Fairfield Properties Ballpark, David Weiss, Chris King, the Daver and the Kinger for the first time in terms of that pairing. Long awaited. Last time I saw Chris in the flesh was, I believe, Championship Series, Ducks and Sugarland.
Yeah, games 1 and 2. We did the home games. Of course, the Ducks went down to Texas and won it in 5, but I believe that's the last time you and I sat in this booth together. And again, we got the best seat in the house right here behind home plate on the concourse level.
And a very nice crowd here on a Tuesday night. I believe it's Triple Play Tuesday as
It
well.
It is.
For fans who signed up here in the inner concourse.
Could be sending out $25,000. And, hey, the Yankees have done it 3 times this year, right?
That's right. Absolutely right. Remember the movie The Odd Couple? Walter Matthau says, hey, you never heard of a triple play? And, of course, he turned around and missed it with a call from Felix, but we can discuss that another time. Vladimir Frias, third baseman for the Ducks, leading off, and the first pitch from Joe Harris skips off the mitt of catcher for West Virginia, Justin Henley. We'll set West Virginia's defense for you in just a moment. Frias on the season is at 194, still struggling a bit, no homers, 4 RBIs. But he's a terrific leadoff hitter when he gets on with his speed. It's 2 balls and no strikes, so he's halfway there in terms of the count. So it's Frias, Steve Lombardozzi, the ageless Lou Ford. First 3 to face Harris in the bottom of the first, scoreless so far. Next pitch is outside, 3 balls and no strikes now to Frias. 6 runs scored this season. He does have just 1 steal.
And one of a bunch of Ducks just rejoining the team recently.
And the next pitch is on the way. And that looked like it had the plate, but apparently downstairs, and a 4-pitch walk issued by Joe Harris. And that was another First National Bank of LI walk to first, go far.
Ducks second baseman, number 2, Steve Lombardozzi.
As Drew Frias just playing in his 10th game since rejoining the Ducks. Of course, an important component of the championship team in 2019, no doubt.
Yeah, played more games than anybody else in the regular season. I think he played 128 a year ago.
Steve Lombardozzi is up. He's at .313, 5 homers, 27 RBIs. Brilliant play in the infield. It's nothing Steve has not done or can't do for the Ducks, as a little calling card tossed to first by Harris to try to keep Frias close. We have got to know skipper Wally Backman well enough to know that he is an aggressive manager, likes to put things in motion. Harris kicks and deals, and the pitch to Lombo is in there for a strike. 0-1 to Steve. Playing his 41st game of the season, 27 runs scored as well.
Yeah, the only Duck to play in them all this year, all
Yep.
41 games. Lombardozzi, not bad.
Certainly an Iron Man for the Ducks. 0-1 count, long look in, pitch from Harris, and that is low and inside. And the count now even up at 1 ball and 1 strike. This is not only Triple Play Tuesday here at this ballpark, but All-Star Tuesday in Colorado.
Yeah, what a home run derby last night.
Oh.
Pete Alonso putting on a show.
That was fantastic. 1-1 the count. Frias takes his lead, and now was leaning, and now just takes a couple of steps back as the throw comes back over to first baseman Edwin Espinal. Scott Kelly is at second base. Elmer Reyes, the shortstop. Alberto Callaspo is the third baseman. Left to right in the outfield, Teodoro Martinez, Miles Williams, and Reimer Liriano. Justin Henley behind the plate. Harris on the mound, who throws back over. Frias was hardly off the bag, but at this point, Harris showing a lot of concern over Frias at first base.
Yeah, Frias 28 steals last year, David, second on the Ducks, so good reason to keep him close.
You meant 2020, and you meant 2019.
I always say last year. I've got to go to last season,
Yes,
right?
exactly. You know how many
Yep.
times I've done that already?
Yep.
And speaking of which, this is the 5th game I've broadcasted for the Ducks this season. I'm 0-4.
Oh, my goodness, we got to change that.
This is not good. Not good.
I think I hear someone calling you, David. I think you're wanted in the parking lot.
After which they will lock the gates.
Your car's running, David. Your car's running.
Mr. Wise, you left your lights on. 1-2 the count to Lombardozzi. Frias takes a good lead near the cutout, and the pitch is down and away. So the count now even up at 2 balls and 2 strikes. The Ducks trying to do a little something here in the bottom of the first against the West Virginia Power. First game of a 6-game homestand, 3 against West Virginia, 3 more against York. That will take you into this coming weekend. 2-2 pitch on the way, and that one is smack foul out of play right side. So count remains at 2-2.
The Ducks are in York, Pennsylvania this past weekend. A 5-2 win on Friday night. They dropped an 8-7 decision Saturday, and then a tough rubber game on Sunday. They actually were down 6-0 at the end of 5 innings, scored 3 in the 6th, 3 in the 7th to tie it at 6, and then fell 9-7 in the rubber game.
Came all the way back, but then fell a couple of bucks short. 2-2 the count. 1 on, nobody out. Bottom of the first, and the pitch is well outside. And that was an unusual delivery from Harris, who seemed like he stepped toward first base and then came home. And it reminded me of the delivery of Kenny Holtzman, who pitched, of course, for the Oakland A's and then New York Yankees. Holtzman had a way of stepping toward first as a lefty and then coming home.
Yeah, that was weird. I'm not sure that was by design, but that had a unique look to it. I'm with you on that, David.
As if he was undecided where to throw that one. Count now full. Lombardozzi. Frias takes off, and the pitch is hit in the air, but out of play right side. So the count full, nobody out. Skipper Wally getting Frias in motion. We'll do it all over again.
And Lombardozzi's been so hot with the bat and so good at working out walks. Smart play to get Frias in motion. If Lombo hits the gap, the Ducks have an early lead.
Lombardozzi, slide open stance from the right side. Outfield is shading him a bit toward right. Straight away on the infield, runner takes off, pitches inside, and it was a walk. So Frias took off. Catcher Justin Henley was thrown down to second anyway, but that pitch was inside. One of the reasons we hesitate is that there's a hesitation at home plate. This is the automatic balls and strikes, the so-called robo-one, and it's relayed to, in this case, home plate umpire J.B. Torres. So sometimes we have to wait, as the players do.
Yep, so the catcher taking no chances. Justin Henley, he's got to do what he thinks is right? In case it's strike 3, he throws down to second base.
So here's Lou Ford. Not DHing tonight with the double hook rule. If you aren't familiar with that, we will get into that certainly, but that has limited Lou's at-bats in games where the starting pitcher is pulled quickly. Lou is playing left field tonight. The 44-year-old Lou Ford turns 45 on August 12th. 2 on, nobody out, and the runners take off. The pitch is down low, a double steal. No throw whatsoever. Vladimir Frias stealing third. Steve Lombardozzi stealing second 2 runners in scoring position now for Lou with nobody out.
It looked like the power just didn't expect it at all, David, so the element of surprise worked there on the very first pitch to Lou, who's now got 2 men in scoring position.
So Ford at the plate, licking his chops. He's at 237, no homers, 7 RBIs. An RBI situation, maybe a couple of them right here. Next pitch, swing and a miss. Good fastball, Lou went after it and swung through it. It's 1 ball and 1 strike. So when Ian Kinsler was here for about a week, Kinsler at age 39, I heard a rumor in the locker room, Lou Ford was calling him Kid.
Kid Kinsler?
Yes, since he's 39, and Lou, of course, has got 5 years on him. 1-1 count. Runners take their leads. Pitch on the way, low, inside. And the count now, 2 balls and a strike to Lou with L.J. Mazzilli waiting on deck.
Well, David, you mentioned Lou in left field. Just the second time all year he has played the field. So one other game in left. That's it for Lou. Has mostly been DH or, again, his other role as hitting coach.
He's done a great job at that as well. All that acumen, all that experience. Dealing with all the younger Ducks who have not been to the show. 2-1 pitch on the way, and that one is smoked. Right center field. Racing over is the center fielder, and Miles Williams will make the catch. Coming in to tag is Vladimir Frias. Tagging also is Lombardozzi. Frias scores. Lombardozzi to third. Lou Ford with his 8th RBI of the season. The Ducks are on top, 1-0 in the bottom of the first. How about that, Lou?
Right fielder, number 13. LJ.
Well, still getting it done, David. Going to make the productive out. Not only get a runner home, but get a runner to third as well. So now the Ducks another fly ball away from a 2-0 lead.
That's all you want to do. Doesn't necessarily take a base hit. The Ducks, 2 walks, a sac fly and an RBI, and a couple of stolen bases thrown in there as well. So L.J. Mazzilli at the plate. Batting from the right side, slightly closed stance, and he rips a base hit left field. Coming in to score is Lombo, Steve Lombardozzi. An RBI single here in the bottom of the first. The Ducks are now up 2-0 as they take advantage of a couple of walks, and they are off and running against the power tonight.
And gets the drama out of the way early. David, does L.J. Mazzilli make it a 19-game hitting streak in his very first at-bat, the first pitch he sees, the longest by any Duck this year.
So this brings up Ryan Jackson, shortstop for the Ducks. Still just 1 man out off that sac fly from Lou Ford. Mazzilli at first base, and the first pitch in there for a strike, 0-1. Jackson on the season at .290, 4 homers, 23 RBIs, 21 runs scored, playing in his 39th game of the season and playing a great shortstop as well. Next pitch on the way. Ryan wanted to pull the trigger but did not. Takes it down low, 1-1. So L.J. Mazzilli, Maz coming up with that line drive base hit. His 24th RBI of the season, came into the game at .303. Had a wonderful 2021 thus far. 1-1 count with 1 on, 1 out. Bottom of the first, Ducks up 2-0 already. And this one is poked right field. Reimer Liriano is coming in quickly and makes the catch on a jog. And retreating to first base is Maz. And there are now 2 down as Mazzilli stays at first.
You want to talk about rarefied air, David. Mentioned for Mazzilli a 19-game hitting streak. There have only been 5 hitting streaks in Ducks history that have reached 21 games or more. So you're talking about a team that's been around 21 years. He could, in this series, get to 21 and, again, be top 5 all-time in club history as far as hit streaks are concerned. And I was looking back today. He has played 6 7-inning games during this run, David, so it's not easy to keep those streaks alive when you're only getting 2 or 3 at-bats.
Yeah, your at-bats are cut short. Truncated games with the 7-inning rule for not only doubleheaders, but the other night, and Chris did the game, a game shortened from 9 down to 7 innings because of Elsa.
Heading up the coast, yeah.
Yeah, and I'm not sure how you did over there where you are. We live fairly close to each other, but we got lucky. We didn't lose power.
We did too, yeah.
And not much flooding in my neighborhood.
Same with us, yeah.
Giardina with a ground ball and foul down the left field line. Sal Giardina, switch hitting catcher tonight for the Long Island Ducks. Playing in his 28th game. Terrific season. .316 average, a homer, 15 RBIs. Talk about an embarrassment of riches. You got Hector Sanchez, who has had a great season as well.
Yep.
He's playing first, but also part of the two-headed catcher behind the plate. The Ducks have a couple of switch-hitting catchers.
Again, Sanchez has only played first base 6 times this year, so he and Lou Ford getting some rare defensive work at those spots.
Don't want to take Hector's bat out of the lineup. 1-1 count. Pitch to Sal is fouled out of play. Again to the right. 1 ball and 2 strikes with 2 down and 1 man on. Quick recap at the bottom of the first. A walk to Vladimir Frias. A walk to Steve Lombardozzi. A double steal. Lou Ford with a sac fly and RBI to fairly deep center field. L.J. Mazzilli hitting a frozen rope. Line drive base hit to left. That brought in the second run. And then Ryan Jackson with a fly out. That's where we are. 1-2 pitch. And a defensive swing. A little tapper over toward the West Virginia dugout. Giardina staying alive. It's 1-2.
The Ducks really missed Giardina, David. He missed 14 days with a lower body injury. Finally returned Friday in York, but as you said, leading hitter on the club this year, coming in at .316, so they are thrilled to have him back.
So the 1-2 on the way to Sal, and there's a line drive foul off the fence that guards the Ducks dugout, and the count remains 1 ball and 2 strikes. Along with many other things here at the bottom of the first, the Ducks are increasing that pitching total. Number of pitches for Joe Harris.
Yeah, 25 already.
Coming set Harris as Maz takes his lead at first. And the 1-2 is a swing and just a number, just barely getting a piece to stay alive. So count remains 1-2.
And Harris, a guy, David, who's worked in relief twice and started twice this year. So he has not gone beyond 78 pitches all year. Been very versatile for Mark Minikazi, but boy, not the guy that's going to give you any kind of length. And again, the Ducks, as you said, stretching him out here in inning number 1.
Maz retakes his lead. The 1-2 on the way to Giardina. Swing, a miss. Ball was dropped by catcher Justin Henley, who throws over for the putout at first base to Edwin Espinal, and the side is retired. However, in the inning, Long Island Ducks do some early damage. 2 runs, just 1 hit, couple of walks, couple of steals, 1 man left. At the end of 1 here at Fairfield Properties Ballpark, it's the Ducks 2, the Power nothing.
Hey fans, this is pitcher Vin Mazzaro, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network.
PSCG Long Island wants you to know how to save energy and money in your home. Did you know energy-efficient appliances can use up to 25% less energy? Here's how to save. PSCG Long Island offers money-saving rebates when you purchase Energy Star appliances. Discover how a little energy efficiency know-how can mean savings in your home. Find more energy efficiency tips, tools, and money-saving rebates at pscgliny.com/save money.
Want an awesome birthday without all the hassle? Book your Kona Ice birthday party with the Ducks today. 2 brand new packages are now available, including our exclusive game room suite. Along with enjoying an exciting Ducks game, your birthday child and his or her friends will have a blast playing video games on Nintendo Switch, Xbox, and PlayStation 4 in their very own private luxury suite. Plus, they'll be treated to food, beverages, snacks, and much more. Kona Ice birthday parties with the Long Island Ducks, the party of a lifetime.
Well, the 2021 season of Ducks Baseball is presented by Catholic Health. You can visit them online at chsli.org. Catholic Health, long live Long Island.
It's the Ducks and West Virginia Power here at Fairfield Properties Ballpark tonight. Go to the top of the second. The Ducks with an early 2-0 lead. 2 runs on the bottom of the first. West Virginia coming up. They'll have numbers 5, 6, and 7 in the order.
Number 13, Alberto Callaspo.
Alberto Callaspo, as you just heard, the third baseman, and one of the leading hitters in the Atlantic League. Third in hitting in average at .365. Off to quite a start. Has been just a terrific player for West Virginia. Hard to get out. 2 homers, 16 RBIs, batting for the left side against the righty. Duck starter Scott Harkin, who misses outside with a fastball, 1-0. 20 runs scored for Callaspo as well. makes good contact, and does have power. And he takes a fastball that's just outside 2-0.
Yeah, this is by far, David, the most experienced player on this power team. 10 years in the big leagues, over 1,000 games with 6 different clubs.
Harkin working quickly. The 2-0 is high and away. So quickly, 3 balls and no strikes to Callaspo. To be followed by Edwin Espinal and Elmer Reyes. Facing Harkin here in the top of the second, with the Ducks already leading 2-0. 3-0 is right down the pike. 3 balls and a strike. That was, I'd say, center lane Sunrise Highway, but not near the Oakdale merge, which is a mess.
You got to stay away. You got to stay away from it.
Harkin comes set, and the 3-1 is hit in the air. That's going to be out of play over our heads. I don't think that was a sound effect from the press box. I think it did hit something rather hard.
This guy hits the ball hard, even foul balls.
That last game on July 5th I did with Michael Pollock, we almost bought it. I mean, there was a very close foul ball, and again, I let out a shriek that only beagles can hear. It was close. It was just all right. Next pitch, off the glove of Harkin. Nearly took his head off. Taken by the shortstop, Jackson, to throw across in time. That one will go 1-6-3. Harkin gets the assist to put out at first base. Jackson, another assist.
Number 53.
Yeah, terrific play because Harkin, as you said, David, got a piece of it, but that slowed it down enough for Ryan Jackson, the shortstop, to get to it. He had to barehand it, and his throw pulled Sanchez off the bag, but Hector did the little tap dance there and found it before Callaspo did to get the out.
So that was a great play all the way around, involving a third of the Ducks infield and outfield. 3 of them involved on that play. Edwin Espinal at the plate. Good curveball from Scott Harkin. Off-speed pitch. It's 0-1 to Espinal. He's one of those hitters we talked about in the top 10 in hitting. He's 10th in hitting in the Atlantic League at .323. And the next pitch missing. It's 1 ball and 1 strike. 3 homers, 14 RBIs for Espinal. 9 runs scored. First baseman for the Power. Stands in from the right. 1-1 pitch, just missing, and it's 2-1 to Espinal.
The Power off yesterday as well. They were in Southern Maryland this weekend, so the Ducks were rooting for them as Long Island's trying to catch the Crabs, but they also dropped a rubber game on Sunday. They fell 2-1.
And the count 2-1 to Espinal. The pitch on the way is hit in the air, and that is playable. Infield, Steve Lombardozzi makes the catch just near the outfield grass. 2 down.
Their big problem, though, David, this year has just been on the road. They've only won 3 road games all year in 14 tries, by far the fewest in the league. And the problem for them right now, David, they're on their longest road trip of the year, a 12-game road trip that started again 3 in Southern Maryland, 3 on Long Island, 3 in Gastonia, North Carolina, and 3 in York, Pennsylvania. So they've got to find a way to be a better team away from home.
First pitch on the way into Elmer Reyes is inside with a fastball, 1-0. Reyes, the shortstop for West Virginia. He's a .275, a couple of homers, knocked in 10. He has scored 10. Next pitch, catches the outside corner for a strike. It's 1-1. One thing you got to like about Scott Harkin, pitches as if he's double parked.
Absolutely. I saw the same thing he did here Wednesday in Game 1 of the doubleheader in his Ducks debut. He didn't waste any time at all.
Gets it and throws it right back in. 1-1 pitch on the way to Reyes is fouled back to the netting. Good cut, just missing it. 1-2.
Yeah, that Harkin debut, David, he threw 63 pitches, 46 for strikes, only 17 balls. The entire outing against 6 innings of 5-hit shutout ball in his Ducks debut.
So think about all those components there. Working quickly, throwing strikes.
Yep.
He'll give you length. He is a manager's dream.
Yep.
1-2 pitch on the way to Reyes, and that one is fouled. Oh, just above our heads. I would be in Chris's lap otherwise.
There have only been a handful of balls into our booth here behind home plate in the 21 years now because, again, the screen goes very high behind the plate, and then the upper deck cuts off our booth. So it's got to be over the screen but under the upper deck to get in here.
A reverse humpback liner. And the next pitch is fouled straight back. Another good cut from Reyes. The count remains 1-2.
I talked to Wally Backman about Harkin before his debut, and he said I'll be honest, Chris, I don't know a lot about him. I just know he's not an overpowering pitcher, but he knows how to pitch, and that's exactly what Harkin showed us here Wednesday.
So in other words, he may not strike everybody out, but pitches to contact, pitches quickly, great control. 1-2 pitch, and there's a breaking ball that lands outside the strike zone. The count now even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. 2 down. Ducks lead by 2, and we're in the top of the second inning. The deuces are wild. Coming said Harkin. And the pitch to Reyes is on the way, and that is smack foul out in front of an off-speed pitch. Just to the right of third baseman Vladimir Frias, to our left, and the count remains 2-2.
Again, Harkin only affiliated ball was rookie ball. He played that with the Brewers organization back in 2013. Everything since then has been independent ball. Also spent some time in Mexico and the Dominican Republic, so he has bounced around.
And he will be turning 30 years old on August the 6th. 2-2 pitch on the way. Swing and a miss. Strikeout, off-speed pitch. Elmer Reyes way out in front. First strikeout registered by Scott Harkin, and that is the Ducks 1-2-3, retiring the power in order, making this another PSEG Long Island energy efficient inning. With energy efficiency programs from PSEG Long Island, saving on your electric bill is also as easy as 1-2-3. Visit psegli.com/efficiency. Just one more way. PSEG Long Island is making things work for you. The Ducks leading the power, going to the bottom of the second, 2-0.
Hey fans, this is Bud Harrelson, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network.
PSEG Long Island wants you to know how to save energy and money in your home. Did you know energy efficient appliances can use up to 25% less energy? Here's how to save. PSEG Long Island offers money-saving rebates when you purchase Energy Star appliances. Discover how a little energy efficiency know-how can mean savings in your home. Find more energy efficiency tips, tools, and money-saving rebates at psegli.com/save money.
Want an awesome birthday without all the hassle? Book your Kona Ice birthday party with the Ducks today. 2 brand new packages are now available, including our exclusive game room suite. Along with enjoying an exciting Ducks game, your birthday child and his or her friends will have a blast playing video games on Nintendo Switch, Xbox, and PlayStation 4 in their very own private luxury suite. Plus, they'll be treated to food, beverages, snacks, and much more. Kona Ice birthday parties with the Long Island Ducks, the party of a lifetime.
Well, the Ducks Health Report is brought to you by Island Shore Physical Therapy, the official therapist of the Long Island Ducks. Only 2 injuries, both to right-handed pitchers. Vin Mazzaro and Johnny Hellwig, both still out with upper body ailments.
Fairfield Properties Ballpark, Ducks, West Virginia Power. Ducks leading 2-0, scoring a deuce in the bottom of the first inning, and here they are in the bottom of inning number 2. It'll be bottom third of the order for the Ducks: Hector Sanchez, Jesse Berardi, and Breland Almodoba. Sanchez at first base tonight, usually found behind the plate. And the first pitch off speed, missing from Joe Harris, starter for West Virginia, the southpaw. Hector batting for the right side. At 218, 7 homers, 21 RBIs, has shown quite a bit of power this season. 1-0 pitch on the way, another big curveball looking for the back door, but it wasn't even on the right street. 2-0, the count to Hector. Sanchez has been so valuable for the Ducks, no matter where he's played this season, and of course switch hitting. 2-0 pitch on the way, and that one is hit in the air. Looks like it will be out of play to the right. That's a souvenir for the fans. So it's 2-1. We mentioned a nice crowd here tonight. It's cloudy. We do not expect any, well, the P word.
Precipitation.
Yes, that's the word, and we do not expect it, nor do we want it.
Looks pretty good for the whole homestand, I think,
Yeah,
David.
I think you're right. 2-1 pitch on the way to Sanchez, and another big overhand curveball. Plenty of off-speed stuff to Hector. As he fouls out of play again, it's 2-2.
The Ducks have added a fireworks show during the homestand as well. Saturday night, when the Rebs are here, at 6:35. Not only the inflatable bats going out to the first 750 fans, but another fireworks spectacular after the game on Saturday night. So come on out.
I heard the one on 4th of July was fantastic. 2-2 pitch on the way to Sanchez, and that had the plate a little low. It's a full count now, 3-2.
Yeah, I talked to Wally Backman about that, David. He had over 7,000 fans in the ballpark. He said like it was a return to normalcy. That's how it felt. And July 4th, always traditionally the biggest crowd for the Ducks all year.
And everybody staying through the game and waiting for the fireworks afterwards. Great night. 3-2 pitch, grounded to short. Taken by Elmer Reyes. He's got plenty of time, throws it low, and it is scooped up nicely by first baseman Edwin Espinal on the backhand. So Espinal looking a little like Keith Hernandez there at first base, and Sanchez is retired.
Sanchez was the guy who won that game on July 4th with a homer in the bottom of the 8th inning. So Ducks were tied in the game, and Sanchez did his thing, and I asked Wally about that. He said he always seems to know when to hit the big home runs when they matter the most. So Sanchez, the hero, sent them all home happy, all 7,000 plus on the 4th of July.
That was quite a night, and again, as you said, more than 1,000 pass capacity here at the ballpark. 7,000 plus. Jesse Berardi at the plate, number 8 man in the order. He is the DH tonight as he takes outside. Another off-speed pitch from Joe Harris. Berardi at an even 300 playing in his 34th game of the season. 4 homers, 17 RBIs, 18 runs scored. Lefty-lefty matchup here. 1-0 pitch on the way, a big home run hack and a miss from Berardi, and it's 1 ball, 1 strike.
A real nice story in Newsday on Sunday about Jesse Berardi, the Comac Long Island native, and how much he enjoyed that time with Ian Kinsler and Danny Valencia, the big leaguers who were here. And he was just like a sponge, soaking up everything he could from them before they left for Team Israel.
1-1 count to Berardi. 1 down, nobody on. Next pitch is golfed in the air left side. Going back, Elmer Reyes, the shortstop, and he will make the catch on the outfield grass. And there are 2 down. Can you imagine just in the dugout, batting practice, wherever, to get all that information from Valencia and Kinsler? And Kinsler, an all-star, just a superior player with a number of teams. And Valencia, of course, and both of them, as we experienced, great guys. You know, they couldn't do enough for you. And it's like taking a college course in a week.
Exactly. And Berardi's smart enough to soak it all up. He knew they were only going to be here for the week-long homestand, as, again, they will be back here with Team Israel on July 20th to take on the New York Police Department team.
Breland Almadova watches an off-speed pitch skip away. 1 ball and no strikes. Breland at 286 for the Ducks. A homer, 5 RBIs, 5 runs scored. 9th in the order here tonight. We've already seen him make a number of web gem catches in center field with his speed, and something that really caught our eye in the last game I did on the 5th of July. His first step, he recognizes where it's coming off the bat almost immediately, and he's seemingly already tracking it down before it's even been hit.
Yeah, it's been a great addition. He joined the Ducks July 3rd against Southern Maryland and showed you some of that defense, and then hit his first homer Sunday in York, so the bat's starting to come around as well for Almadova.
Playing in his 9th game for the Ducks. 2-0 count. And a pitch on the way is hit sky high. Second baseman Scott Kelly is backtracking on the outfield grass. Now takes a few steps to his right, makes the catch, and the side is retired. So the Ducks go down 1-2-3, nothing across. End of 2 innings here at Fairfield Properties Ballpark. Score remains Long Island 2, West Virginia nothing.
Hey fans, this is pitcher Joe Iorio, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network.
This is it. Check it out. See what everyone's talking about. Let Nicolak Pavers pave your way.
Bring your outdoor living dreams to life. Visit Nicolak's Outdoor Design Center at 200 Henry Street in Lindenhurst and see thousands of square feet of pavers, retaining walls, fire pits, and outdoor living accents on display. Only Nicolak paving stones are made with Paver Shield technology for more vibrant color options than anyone else. Visit Nicolak.com to request a free sample or their Outdoor Design Center at 200 Henry Street in Lindenhurst. Nicolak. Ask for it by name. You'll see the difference. Visit Nicolak.com. That's Nicolak.com.
Let Nicolak Pavers pave your way. Pave your way.
Duck fans, you can follow along all season long as the Long Island Ducks try and meet the Chappie's Home Run Challenge. Now, if the Ducks hit 100 home runs, Chappie's Funeral Homes will donate $5,000 to the Quackerjack Foundation. Chappie's Funeral Homes, where caring for others is our family tradition. A little bit of a slow start for the Ducks homer-wise, David, just 31. But again, in a 120-game season, kind of on pace to hit that 100-homer mark for our friends at Chappie's to kick in the $5,000.
Well, the one guy that leaves let's say, the front tooth missing and the smile of the Long Island Ducks, David Washington.
Yes.
Without him.
Missed that big bat, yeah.
That ball was flying out left and right. He had power to all fields, of course. He's what I always call the stop and turn around player. You're on the way to the concession.
Yeah.
He has announced, you stop, you turn around, you watch.
Yep.
Justin Henley, the catcher for West Virginia, is up 2-0. Ducks lead, top of the third. Henley, the 8th man in the order, then to Miles Williams. At the bottom of the order, back to the top, Connor Myers to face Scott Harkin, who's given up no runs, just one hit thus far. And the next pitch, a little downstairs. 2 balls, no strikes. Justin Henley, Henle, going over the pronunciations before the game. Michael Pollack, Vice President of Communications, age around 30. Had no idea. Well, you tell it, Chris.
All right, we'll get there. Go ahead.
All right. 2-0 pitch on the way to Henley, and that's got the plate 2-1.
Yeah, we made ourselves feel old because when Michael was talking us through the pronunciations of these power players, he said Henley. I said, oh, like Don Henley? And he looked at me like I had 2 heads. He had no idea, honestly, no idea who Don Henley was.
Oh, my. 2-1 pitch is just outside, 3 balls and a strike. I guess you could say, as we had that conversation with Michael Pollack, that was the end of his innocence.
Yeah, well played, David. Well played.
I've been working on that since he made us feel old about a half hour ago.
So for all the youngsters out there, there's this band called the Eagles.
Yeah.
You may have heard about them. They've been around a little while, maybe 50 years.
Gosh.
And he's been the drummer of that band forever and a great solo career as well. So if you don't know Don Henley, go out and listen to some of his music. He's terrific.
Count is full to Justin Henley. Pitch all the way, swing and a miss. Good fastball from Scott Harkin. He's now struck out 2 consecutive batters. Last out in the second, and the first out here in the third. 1 down, and nobody on. So, with that discussion, not to belabor the point, not knowing who Don Henley was, I suddenly feel like a tired old man who was elected king.
Very good. You are nailing the lyrics of the Don Henley songs here.
I'm going nuts here.
You're a boy of summer.
I'm going to sing karaoke in a second.
There you go.
It's Miles Williams at the plate, the center fielder for West Virginia. He takes outside. 1 ball and no strikes.
You're in it for the long run, aren't you, David?
Oh, absolutely. There you go. Long run. I picked up on
I got
that.
a million of them.
Yeah,
I
know.
got a million of them.
You know I love the Eagles.
Absolutely.
You ever see them in concert?
Many times.
Oh, I know. I know you're a big Eagles fan. I've never seen them. Oh.
Yep. Seen him and Don Henley solo, too.
Oh, that's great.
Yep.
Next pitch, swing and a miss. Good. Off-speed pitch. Pulling the chain on Miles Williams, and it's 1 ball and 2 strikes.
I'll take you way back. Giant Stadium in the 80s. Little River Band, Heart, and the Eagles.
Ooh.
How about that show?
That is a great show.
It was awesome. Yeah.
1-2 count. Next pitch is swung on, fouled, out of play, right side. Count remains 1-2. With 1 out, nobody on. Top of the third, Ducks leading 2-0 against West Virginia. 3 games against West Virginia, starting with this one. First of a 6-game homestand. Next pitch is on the way. Big curveball smashed into the ground. Third baseman Vladimir Frias. The long throw across is high and up against the fence. So that will go as an E5, as Vladimir did have time to get Miles Williams, but just overthrew Hector Sanchez at first. So with the error, a man on with 1 out.
Yeah, very surprising, David, because he didn't have to hurry it. He certainly knew he had plenty of time. And again, the Ducks have been the best defensive team in the league. Only 24 errors in 41 games coming in tonight. So a rare error puts the tying run to the plate now in the person of Connor Myers.
Myers lined to Frias at third, his first time up. Myers at 267 coming into the game. No homers, 1 RBI, just playing in his 4th game for West Virginia. Righty-righty matchup as this one is fouled over our heads. It's quickly 0-1 to Connor Myers. Speaking of Connor, that is the younger of the tandem in the Chris King household.
Yep.
Taking after his dad, hockey goalie
Yep, he loves his hockey, absolutely. So Dad wasn't a goalie. I was a center, but he loves the goalie position. So
Man,
that's his spot.
I thought you were in the net.
No, I was a center. I was a Brian Trottier guy. That was my hero, and I was really good at face-offs. That was about the only thing I was good at. Ooh!
And the pickoff attempt goes awry and down the right field line. And streaking over to second base is Miles Williams. Nobody at second base, as Williams took a very big turn, but nobody there. Take a return throw. So Miles Williams, on an error, will probably be charged to the pitcher.
Yep.
So 2 errors in this inning. The Ducks getting a little sloppy here as Williams gets down into scoring position on the pickoff attempt that skipped right by Hector Sanchez at first.
Yeah, so Ducks now with more errors, 2, than hits in the game 1.
Well, we got to tighten things up here as now Connor Myers at the plate. Chance to drive in the tying run. Pitch from Harkin is fouled straight back. Good fastball. Snowballs and 2 strikes with 1 down, 1 on.
That's something that hurt the Power Sunday in Southern Maryland. They lost that rubber game 2-1 to the Crabs, David. They had 3 hits and committed 3 errors in the game. So you can't have your error total be equal or more than your hits, and right now it's the case for Long Island.
One of those things that the Ducks have done this season and done it well.
Yep.
Pitching and defense. About a little shoddy here in this inning. We'll see if pitcher Harkin can get out of it. Next pitch, swing and a miss. Foul tip back into the mitt of Sal Giardina, and that is strike 3. That was a good grab by Giardina because that was fouled back into his mitt on the fastball. So another strikeout, the 3rd in the game for Harkin, now 2 down.
Yeah, I was looking at that strikeout of Henley, David, that one that really popped the glove of Giardina. That was 90.8 miles an hour. So that's where his fastball's been most of the night, 90 to 91 miles an hour for the right-hander.
So Scott Kelly, second baseman and batting second, comes up with 2 down now, still at second base. Miles Williams reached on an error and then advanced on an error. And the first pitch is an off-speed one from Harkin, wide, 1 ball and no strikes. Bouncing to third baseman Frias, his first time up. It was a big Baltimore chop. I guess we would call it like an Islip terrace chop or something.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay. Yeah,
one town over.
So yeah, something nearby.
My hometown for many years.
There you go.
The Terrace, as those who live there call it.
That's right. Out-of-towners will obviously mispronounce Islip, as they often do.
Yeah.
Islip. Right next to Patague.
Oh, my goodness.
Down to the right. To the east. 1-0 pitch is on the way. And that one is smashed. What a play by Vladimir Frias. Gets up, fires, in time! What a play by Vladimir Frias, making up for the error earlier in the inning. A diving backhand stop at third, gets up and fires a strike to Hector Sanchez. A run-saving defensive play from Frias, and the side is retired. In the inning, no runs, no hits, 2 errors, 1 man left. And at the end of 2.5, go to the bottom of the 3rd, it's still Long Island 2, West Virginia nothing.
Hey fans, this is catcher Hector Sanchez, and you are listening to Dog Baseball on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network.
When we see Long Island, we see you. Because at Catholic Health, we know that it's your remarkable lives that breathe life into our island. So at every Catholic Health hospital, practice, and care facility, we're able to provide the highest quality, most innovative care for your body, because our culture cherishes your humanity. Long live Long Island.
Take your group out to the game this season and enjoy all the fun of Ducks baseball at discounted prices with the picnic area, luxury suites, party deck, and so much more. Bringing your group to the game will be an unforgettable experience. The Ducks even offer opportunities to sing the national anthem, serve as the Ridgewood Savings Bank color guard, be the Nickolock Dream Team, or put on a pregame performance. To book your outing today, call 631-940-3825 and ask for the group sales department. Long Island Ducks baseball. Good times every time.
back at Fairfield Properties Ballpark. David Weiss, Chris King, the Daver and the Kinger, as we go to the bottom of inning number 3. The Ducks leading the West Virginia Power 2-0. Elsewhere in the Atlantic League, the first place Northern Division, or Southern Division rather, Lexington Legends hosting Southern Maryland. Lancaster hosting the York Revolution, and the High Point Rockers are hosting Gastonia. We'll pass along the scores when they do come in. And as is often the case, you hear and you see a fantastic defensive play made, and that player will come up first in that half inning, and that's the case here with Vladimir Frias, who just made a fantastic play at third base to retire West Virginia. And the first pitch is in there for a strike, 0-1. Frias walked his first time up, was on the front end of a double steal as Lombardozzi, now standing on deck, walked as well, and Frias scored on the sac fly from Lou Ford for the Ducks' first run. 0-1 pitch on the way. Down a little low, and the count now even at 1 ball and 1 strike. Ducks scoring 2 in the bottom of the first. There was only 1 hit along the way, but we mentioned a couple of walks, a couple of stolen bases, sacrifice fly. And there are your 2 runs. And there's a tapper. It's going to be a tough play against the speedy Frias. Reyes, the throw over, is in time. So 1 up and 1 down here in the bottom of the third, as Frias is retired.
Number 2, Steve Lombardozzi.
And Steve Lombardozzi, who walked his first time up. Mentioned also stole a base and came in to score on the RBI single from L.J. Mazzilli for the Ducks' second run in the bottom of the first. Lombardozzi batting from the right side against the starter for West Virginia, Joe Harris. Had problems in the first inning, but retired the Ducks 1-2-3 in the second inning. Lombardozzi swings right through a good fastball. It's 0-1. So thus far, Harris has now retired. 6 in a row dating back to the first inning. Coming set, and the 0-1 to Lombardozzi is swung on foul right side. Upstairs, it's 0-2.
There you go back to that walk of Lombardozzi in the opening inning. For him, 31st time he's drawn a base on balls this year. He's 4th best in the league in that department. So between his eye and his bat, it's been a terrific year for Lombo.
Great eye at the plate. Rarely will go chasing. 0-2 pitch is on the way, and that one just inside. Talking about his keen eye at the plate. On display right there. That was close, but he took it. It's 1-2.
He's now reached base, David, 24 of the last 26 games. Finding a way on, either by a hit or by a walk.
And the count now 1-2 to Lombardozzi with Lou Ford on deck. 1-2 pitch, missing just off the plate. It's 2-2. Again, that pitch count increasing for Joe Harris, who threw plenty in the first inning. Second inning, not so much. Got through it. But you don't assume that Harris is going to go anywhere near the distance. 2-2 pitch on the way is an overhand curveball hit in the air. Right field, racing in is Liriano and makes the catch. Ending up on his buns is Miles Williams in center field. He did not want to collide with Liriano, who called off Williams in center. You had Scott Kelly, the second baseman, also running out. But Liriano was able to make the grab.
Yeah, he sliced right between Williams, the center fielder, and Kelly, the second baseman, and made the nice grab. And for Harris, that was the 47th pitch that he's thrown tonight. So, again, he has not thrown more than 78 all year. That was June 26th in Lancaster.
So Lou Ford does not have an official at-bat because he hit a sac fly driving in the Ducks' first run back in the first inning. First pitch on the way is just a little low. It's 1 ball and no strikes to Lou. Hit it well with runners on second and third and nobody out. Sent it to right center field and more than deep enough to score the speedy Vladimir Frias with the Ducks' first run. That patented, slightly closed stance, the 1-0 pitch is a ground ball snared by third baseman Callaspo. And the throw across is in time. A great pickup by first baseman Edwin Espinal on the in-between hop. So Ford is retired. That is another great play at first base by Espinal, saving an error. So in the inning for the Long Island Ducks, nothing across. They are retired in order at the end of 3 complete. Here at Fairfield Properties Ballpark, score remains Ducks 2, the Power nothing.
Hey fans, this is pitcher Mike Bolsinger, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network.
Sayville Ford, the no-fees dealer, has been family-owned and operated since 1957. Their state-of-the-art facility features a spacious showroom with a giant inventory of new, pre-owned, and commercial vehicles. Plus, every vehicle comes with a 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain limited warranty. Some exclusions apply. And their service department is open from 6 a.m. to 1 a.m. with enclosed service drives for your convenience and comfort. Sayville Ford, Long Island's Ford giant, is conveniently located off exit 50 on Sunrise Highway or online at SayvilleFord.com.
Remember what life used to be like? Before the virus, before the isolation? Remember the sights, the sounds, and those incredible smells? Remember when you didn't have to be 6 feet apart and there were reasons to celebrate? Remember what that felt like? It's time to make new memories to remember. Welcome back. Get tickets at liducks.com. liducks.com.
Duck fans, New York Sports Day is one of the largest independent New York sports news sources out there for coverage of the Ducks, the Mets, Yankees, Major and Minor League Baseball, football, basketball, hockey, soccer, and more. Visit nysportsday.com. New York Sports Day, your independent Gotham sports news source. It is 2-0 Ducks going to the top of inning number 4 here at Fairfield Properties Ballpark. Yours truly, the Daver, handing things over to the Kinger, Chris King.
Well, thank you very much, David Weiss. Again, the Ducks lead it by a pair here as Scott Harkin heads to his 4th inning of work against the 3-man Teodoro Martinez, the left fielder, who's got the only hit tonight thus far for the visitors, and he takes strike 1 from Harkin. For Long Island, 2 runs, 1 hit, 2 errors. For the West Virginia Power, no runs, 1 hit, no errors, and again that hit by Martinez, a single to left center back in the opening inning. Here he pulls it foul down the left field line, and Harkin quickly out in front of him, 0-2.
So we mentioned the out-of-town games, so keeping an eye on tonight. But, of course, there's another game going on at Coors Field.
Yep.
Denver, Colorado, Mile High City. It's the All-Star game after that thrilling home run derby last night, which was won by the defending champion, now 2-time champ Pete Alonso. But tonight, all eyes, it would seem, on Shohei Ohtani, who's going to be starting for the American League, and he's leading off for the American League.
Yeah, they made that little rule switch so that he could start, come out of the game, and then still be DH to get him a couple of at-bats. As here, it's punched on the ground to short. Ryan Jackson, a couple of hops. Sidearms across to Sanchez, 1 gone.
Ohtani, last night in the home run derby, I kind of blame whoever he had pitching to him, because if you've seen Ohtani's homers this year, he is a very large guy. He goes about 6'5", 6'6". The pitches seem to be low. He doesn't have an uppercut swing. He actually can tomahawk it with a higher swing, and it seemed like he had to reach for many of those pitches.
Yeah, the first 10 swings look like line drives, every one of them, David, right?
Yep.
Here's Liriano, the right fielder, in with 1 away, and he gets into it deep to left field. Lou Ford going back at the track, at the wall, looking up, and that ball is gone. A solo homer to left for Reimer Liriano, his 5th of the season, and the Power on the board, cutting Long Island's lead in half. It's a 2-1 game. So Liriano, who lined out to short in his first at-bat, got all of that one, and all Lou Ford could do was watch it go. Just the second hit of the game allowed by Harkin, and again, the Power are within 1.
And again, his 5th home run of the season. That was a no-doubter. About as high as it was far. Lou gave it a courtesy jog to the wall, but not much he could do about it.
So homer 5, RBI 19 for Liriano. Hits in 4 of his last 5 games, and that means Callaspo here at the plate is now the tying run. And Harkin starts him out outside with ball 1. So just like that, a 1-run game. And Harkin had only allowed that single to Martinez back in the opening inning. Check swing here. Strikes, says home plate umpire J.B. Torres, 1-1. So even with, Ohtani, David, that slow start, he ended up tying, who was it, Soto who he went against?
Yeah,
Soto, right? Then it went to overtime. That was a tie, and then it went to the swing-off. And Soto went 3 for 3 in the swing-off, and Ohtani didn't homer on his first swing, and again got himself knocked out in round 1. But still, he put on an incredible rally just to tie Soto there after the initial 3 minutes plus the 1 minute extra. Here's the 2-1. And that taken the other way down the left field line, but slicing out of play.
Give a lot of credit to Pete Alonso, too. Yes, there's some cockiness there. He
Yep.
was a little showboating and everything else, but you got to love him. I mean, the enthusiasm is off the charts, and he came in confident, walked away with the belt and the title. But a lot of people were rooting for Trey Mancini. I mean, cancer survivor, stage 3 cancer, just 15 months ago diagnosed, and he's in the home run derby.
In a center field here for Almodovar, who barely has to move. And there's the second out. Absolutely, David. It was going to be a win-win either way. Alonso, as you said, was so loosey-goosey, as Buddy Harrelson likes to say, and that almost like a human bobblehead doll, the way he was bobbing to the rhythm and the grooves of the music. But, boy, if Mancini wins it, it's just an amazing story as well. So I just love Pete's whole attitude. He was there to have fun. He was confident about it, bordering on cocky. But you know what? When you can back it up, as he's done now for 2 straight years, there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, he was so locked in. It was incredible.
So here is Espinal with 2 away and nobody on, and Harkin drops in strike 1. Edwin popped out to the second baseman, Lombardozzi, his only previous time up. So the Power break through here, hang up a run in the top of the 4th, and they make it a 2-1 game. Harkin's 0-1 is a strike right down the middle. He thought about it, did Espinal, and now I think he's upset with himself that he let that one go. Big man is Edwin Espinal here in from the left side. Reached as high as AAA in his affiliated career in the Pirates and Tigers organizations. Harkins 0-2, and that down in the dirt. Good block by Giardina, ball 1.
Somehow that solo shot from Liriano isn't much of a shock. When you get a control pitcher, somebody who's always around the plate.
Yep.
You know, you can expect a home run. You hope nobody's on. And I'll tell you who Scott Harkin reminds me of, because he's not overpowering. He just gets people out, and that's Jim Catfish Hunter.
Sure,
as
yeah.
Once again, we date ourselves, but
yeah.
Scott does harken back to Jim Catfish
You are
Hunter.
on your game tonight, David. This one hit deep the other way to right. L.J. Mazzilli pulling up, though, a couple of feet in front of the track, now gliding in to make the catch that retires the side. But the Power do pick up a run on a hit. Liriano's 5th homer of the year has West Virginia on the board. They trail it 2-1 as we go to the last of the 4th here at the Duck Pond.
Hey fans, this is outfielder Daniel Fields, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network.
The other day, my husband, Jason, was searching for something to watch on TV, and he said, "Baby, I want to take off." And I said, "Me too. Cancun?" And he said, "No, I mean our life. Get to the next level." So we called First National Bank of Long Island. Now we're going places.
With access to local decision makers who are known for highly personalized service, First National is the bank that always puts you first. Newsweek named us the best small bank in New York State. Let's connect at fnbli.com. First National. Go first. Go far. First National Bank of Long Island. Member FDIC.
Hey kids, are you ready to be part of the coolest club in town? If so, sign up today for the Long Island Ducks Kids Club presented by Bethpage Federal Credit Union. Children 14 and under will receive exclusive perks that only come with being a member, including a free ticket to a Ducks game, a free commemorative yearbook, 10% off at the Waddle Inn Shop, and much more. They'll also receive priority access to skip the line during Kids Run the Bases at all Sunday home games. Sign up today by visiting liducks.com or by calling 631-940-3825, and we'll see you at the ballpark.
Back at Fairfield Properties Ballpark, David Weiss, Chris King, Ducks, West Virginia Power, the first of 3 games against West Virginia. Tonight, Wednesday night, Thursday night, and then Friday, Saturday, Sunday, you got 3 against the York Revolution. Tickets available for all of these games with great promotions every single night. So get your Ducks tickets now, if not for this homestand, but for the games deep into the summer and beyond. There is nothing like Long Island Ducks baseball, and it was so good when the gates opened up. We all gathered once again.
Yep.
When you no longer had to even say, okay, I'm vaccinated, no vaccinated. It's anything goes now. We're so happy that you're back with us, and it's like, you know, returning to summer camp.
Yep, it really is. And again, over 7,000 there for that July 4th game was really the return to normalcy night for the Long Island Ducks. Here's L.J. Mazzilli, lead off the home 4th. First pitch swinging, one hopper to second. Knocked down and backhanded by Scott Kelly. Throws to first in time to get him. And it's 1 pitch and 1 out for Joe Harris, who has settled down nicely here, David. He's now retired 9 in a row after opening the game with back-to-back walks. Ford, a sac fly, Mazzilli an RBI single, and nothing since.
Mazzilli extending his hitting streak to 19 with that single back in the first inning, and he has hit both shots very hard just now and back in the first inning, so he is really locked in.
All right, here's Ryan Jackson, the shortstop, flew to right. His only time up as Harris deals, and that one popped up behind home plate. Justin Henley will give it a look, but it's off the walkway, I believe, right between the 100 and 200 levels for strike one.
Remember, even if you're sitting right behind home plate, bring them in because everything's in play. You get one of those, foul balls that go way up in the air. It can land right behind the netting.
Yeah, people up against that netting think they can't get one, but it can either drop straight down or, David, it comes off the facade of the upper deck right back to him. Here it's taken in the air. Foul again, first base side. Espinal over near the Ducks dugout. Reaches out, and he just can't come up with it. It might have clipped the railing there, so a difficult play for Edwin. And staying alive at the plate here is Ryan Jackson off a pair of foul balls.
If I'm sitting in the Ducks dugout and I see big Edwin Espinal running at me, I'm heading to the locker room.
You're happy the rail's there. Let's put it that way, right?
I don't want any piece of him.
That's right. You don't want him coming into that home dugout. Absolutely.
That's a linebacker.
That is a big man over at first. Well, Harris, a good start here on Jackson. And quickly the 0-2 is taken on the ground to second again. This time Kelly will flip across, and it's a pair of 4-3 ground outs here to open the home fourth. So to bring up Sal Giardina, they call him the Mustache Man because he's got that throwback 70s style mustache. He struck out swinging back in the opening inning, the only K tonight for the only left-hander on the Power squad.
That mustache about as popular as he is.
Yes, absolutely. But it's his trademark. It's his thing. He's recognized everywhere now as the guy with the mustache for the Long Island Ducks, right? So Giardina trying to get something going here against Harris, who's now sat down 10 straight Ducks. He misses low here. That's ball one. Giardina, again, the Ducks' leading hitter at .316. Only one homer and 15 runs batted in. Comes in with hits in 3 of his last 4 games after returning to action again Friday in York. He had missed 2 weeks with a lower body injury. So Ducks thrilled to have him back. Harris's 1-0 is swung through. Nice changeup. He was early, 1-1.
On the Ducks website, it just simply said the mustache is back to announce that he was returning from injury.
Yeah, and everybody knew, right? You didn't even have to say what that means. Everybody knew. Ducks up 2-1 here in the last of the fourth, but Harris has locked in lately, and this one will break that run of 10 in a row retired as Giardina, a clean 2-out single to left, his first hit of the night.
Went up and got it. Another off-speed pitch. Hey, Joe Harris has really been throwing things slower and slowest tonight. Lots of off-speed stuff, but Giardina, although out in front a bit, was able to keep it fair right over the head of shortstop Reyes.
Again, Harris, a guy no affiliated ball, never drafted, played his college ball at Wilmington University in Delaware, and again, a 34-year-old now, after 5 years really away from the game, was playing only amateur ball, back with a power here and dealing with Sanchez, the 2-out hitter. So Giardina, a short lead at first. Hector looks at one low and inside for ball one. Sanchez grounded out to short back in the second inning. So Ducks trying to get the run back that they allowed in the top of the inning. As that the first run tonight allowed by Harkins. We've got Harkin against Harris as our pitching matchup thus far, and both have been terrific. 1-0 is a change of speed that misses up and away. Ball two. So that hit by Giardina, just the second of the night for Long Island. Their only other hit was the RBI single by L.J. Mazzilli back in the first inning. But a pair of walks to open the game hurt Joe Harris, as those are the two base runners who've come home and scored for Long Island. 2-0 here is smashed to third, backhanded there by Cayapso. He'll go the short way to second, and the side retired. For Long Island, no runs a hit and 1 left. We're through 4 in Central Islip. It remains the Ducks 2 and the Power 1.
Hey fans, this is infielder Ryan Jackson. You're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network.
Going way back is Joe Holden, and he is looking up, and that one is headed to field 5 at Robert Moses. The waves are gnarly, and the Ducks have tied it at 1.
That was another home run for the Ducks. And Duck fans, what's more fun than a home run that helps the Ducks win a game? How about a homer that helps the community win? Chappie's Funeral Home and the Long Island Ducks have once again teamed up for the Chappie's Home Run Challenge. If the Ducks hit 100 homers this season, Chappie's Funeral Home will donate $5,000 to the Quackerjack Foundation. So every time a Ducks hitter goes deep this season, watch for the Chappie's Challenge home run count on the scoreboard. And if we reach 100, we're all a winner. Chappie's Funeral Home, where caring for others is a family tradition.
Can't get enough of the Long Island Ducks? Well, now you can get even more inside info on your favorite hometown team through Facebook and Twitter. The Ducks are constantly updating fans through social media with scores, transactions, ballpark promotions, and much more. You can even win great prizes. All you'll need to do is make a free account on Facebook and Twitter, and then visit us at facebook.com/LIDucks and twitter.com/LIDucks. Think you're Long Island's biggest Ducks fan? Get connected now.
Lead it 2-1 as we go to inning number 5, and that always means fifth inning trivia. We give you the question here in the top of the inning, the answer in the bottom of the frame. David Weiss, where were you 3 years ago yesterday? Can you tell me?
Well, I assume you're referring to the All-Star game that was played here?
Correct.
All right, and it wasn't the first All-Star game, I don't think.
It was
here.
the third.
Third.
But
okay.
you were here. You and Michael Pollock, as a matter of fact, were the on-field hosts for the Home Run Derby.
Right.
So everybody's buzzing about Home Run Derby in Colorado last night, right? Pete Alonso repeating?
Yes.
Repeating. Ha ha. Yes, get that one. Yes.
I like it.
All right. But anyway, you and Michael Pollock were the on-field hosts for the Home Run Derby in this ballpark 3 years ago last night, okay?
Yeah.
The winner of that Home Run Derby is currently playing for the Long Island Ducks, but on that night, he was the member of a different Atlantic League team. So that is the question.
Wow.
Who won the Home Run Derby here 3 years ago last night in the 2018 All-Star Game, and what team was he playing for at the time? It was not the Long Island Ducks. Now, David Weiss, you were the host.
I know.
I would expect you would get this.
I barely know your name.
Here's Elmer Reyes leading off the top of the fifth.
Oh, come on.
And Scott Harkin, a ball and a strike going into his fifth inning of work. So, again, it was a memorable night, apparently not for David, who, again, with Michael Pollock, they were set up out, well, you guys right past first base,
yeah,
right?
Exactly.
Yeah, you were calling the Home Run Derby, and I was in the booth getting ready to do the game, but it was a memorable Home Run Derby won by a current member of the Long Island Ducks, again, who was on a different Atlantic League team at that time. Here's a ground ball to short. Ryan Jackson covering a lot of ground behind second to get there, and gunned down Elmer Reyes for the first out.
I got to give that some thought. Great question.
Okay.
And I do have a follow-up question, too, because I remember.
You know what's it? Before we get there, there's a picture to your left.
Yeah.
That is that night 3 years ago. Me, you, and Ray Navarrete in the middle.
That's
See,
right.
Ray, he's wearing his All-Star badge as if he needs an ID.
Yeah,
the Duck Bombs. He may have heard of me. My 16 is retired up there on the scoreboard, but there's a picture of you and I and Ray Navarrete in between. That was 3 years ago last night.
That's right. That was from that All-Star game.
Yep. Here's Justin Henley, the one-out hitter, and Harkin gets an inside strike, 0-1. Henley struck out his only previous time in. So 2-1 Ducks as we start the fifth inning. And again, I'm going to stay with that Atlantic League All-Star theme for this entire series. So give you a little tip-off. That'll be a trivia question tomorrow and Thursday for the 3 games here against the West Virginia Power. So put on your thinking caps dating back to previous Atlantic League All-Star games and maybe memorable things done by Ducks or players who were going to be future Ducks in the case of this guy who wasn't with Long Island then but did win the Derby. 2 balls and a strike now to Justin Henley.
I think I know because it's someone who isn't in the lineup. But
you are correct in that. I think you got it then. You're right, because
I
not
think
in the lineup tonight, but he's certainly on the team. Yep. 2-1 here is looped foul down the left field line. 2-2 now on Henley. So put your thinking caps on and see if you can come up with that. There is no Atlantic League All-Star game this year. We just want to get that out there because obviously, David, the league was very concerned with just getting as much of a season as they could in. They started late. They trimmed it to 120 games from 140 and felt it was just better to skip the All-Star game for this year. It'll most likely return next year where it was supposed to be last year in Southern Maryland at, again, Regency Furniture Stadium down in Waldorf. Again, that has not been made official, but if you're wondering about the Atlantic League All-Star game, it will not be held this year.
Now, when you think about it, we started late this year. We didn't start, as usual, late April, early May. We were delayed by about a month, and we're going to go right through the month of September here, so no reason to stop and take those days away.
2-2 misses up and away, and Harkin, who has yet to walk a man, runs it full here on Henley. In a one-run game, Justin trying to get aboard here as the Power trail at 2-1 in their half of the fifth. Harkin's payoff, another foul ball, so count remains full with one away and nobody on.
Give me the years very quickly that the All-Star game
Yes,
was held here.
basically every 8 years, 2002, 2010, 2018. Right. Yeah, pretty much goes in 8-year cycles. So let's see, David, do your quick math. 2026, I'll see you here, all right?
I'll be here. I got nothing better to do.
Yeah, now it might have to bump out a little bit, though, as we missed all of 2020, right? We missed the 2021 version, so it might be 2028 before you and I get to sit here and do that again. As hearing on the hands comes the pitch. It just went foul outside of third, so Henley will head back and face another full count offering.
Taking the year 2020 out of play for the Long Island Ducks, there is one positive here, that it now matches up with their 21st season.
Yes.
2021 is a 21st season. You don't have to add one.
That's right. I was thinking the same thing. Nobody ever wants to miss a year, and certainly for the reason they did. But now if you ever wonder what year is it for Ducks baseball, it's just whatever the year is. If it's 2021, guess what? It's season 21 of Long Island Ducks baseball. We were always one off. Because they started in 2000, so obviously 2001 was year 2. It was always 1 year more than the year number. Here's the payoff, swing and a miss. He struck him out. So 4 Ks now for Harkin, and there's 2 gone.
Every one of those strikeouts, or at least 3 out of the 4 I've written down, were fastballs. I mean, he's got great pop on it. He's changing speeds wonderfully. You know, we say over and over, he's not exactly your overpowering strikeout pitcher, but with those change of speeds, he's blowing some guys away here tonight.
Yeah, it's ticking up here, David. Those last couple of fastballs, 91.9, 91.4, 91.5, and pulled on the ground to short. Ryan Jackson gobbles it up, takes his time to lob across, and 1, 2, 3 go the Power. We're halfway home in Central Islip. Middle of the fifth, Ducks up on top of West Virginia, 2-1.
Hey fans, this is infielder Steve Lombardozzi, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network.
PSCG Long Island wants you to know how to save energy and money in your home. Did you know energy-efficient appliances can use up to 25% less energy? Here's how to save. PSCG Long Island offers money-saving rebates when you purchase Energy Star appliances. Discover how a little energy efficiency know-how can mean savings in your home. Find more energy efficiency tips, tools, and money-saving rebates at pscgliny.com/save money.
Want an awesome birthday without all the hassle? Book your Kona Ice birthday party with the Ducks today. 2 brand new packages are now available, including our exclusive game room suite. Along with enjoying an exciting Ducks game, your birthday child and his or her friends will have a blast playing video games on Nintendo Switch, Xbox, and PlayStation 4 in their very own private luxury suite. Plus, they'll be treated to food, beverages, snacks, and much more. Kona Ice birthday parties with the Long Island Ducks, the party of a lifetime.
Lead at 2-1 as we go to the last of the fifth. Time to wrap up our 5th inning trivia. 3 years ago yesterday, David Weiss and Michael Pollack were your on-field hosts for a home run derby prior to the Atlantic League All-Star game right here at the Duck Pond. The question, who won the home run derby? He is a current member of the Long Island Ducks, but he was playing for a different Atlantic League team that night. So, David, who was it and what team was he playing for?
Yeah, the team he's playing for is tough, but I believe it was Davidson Romero.
Davidson Romero was your home run derby champion, yeah.
Let's say, you know, it feels so long ago because the Atlantic League was different.
It was
teams,
very different, yep.
Different teams in the Atlantic League, but I'm going to, I'll go with one that's still in the league too, Lancaster.
No.
I'll stop there because I'm going to make a fool of myself going around the league.
How about if I give you this? Wally Backman was his manager that year. Does that help?
No, good gosh. Bridgeport Bluefish.
close. You're in the right state now.
No, New Britain. There you
New
go. Okay.
Britain. There you go. The New Britain Bees.
It took a lot of hints.
Was the team that Davidson Romero was representing in the All-Star game when he won the Home Run Derby here 3 years ago last night. And again, Wally Backman was his manager that year in New Britain, Connecticut, as Jesse Berardi swings through the first pitch from lefty Joe Harris into his 5th inning of work. And the Ducks with a 2-1 lead. So what a memorable night it was. Again, the Ducks hosting the All-Star game for the 3rd time in franchise history. And Davidson Romero walked away with a Home Run Derby champion crown. Here's a ground ball to short, dug out nicely by Reyes, and then dug out at first by Espinal. Good plays at short and first. One gone.
How many scoops has Espinal made, and how many errors has he saved at first base? He has been a vacuum cleaner at first.
So he's done a great job over there, and so has Joe Harris. This left-hander is now retired 12 of the last 13 Ducks. And he'll go up against Breland Almodovar, the 9-man in center field, who popped out to second his only time through. So I'm going to check that pitch total on Harris and see where we are here. He's at 61. Again, has not gone beyond 78 at any point this year. Trying to bunt his way on here is Almodovar, but right at the first baseman, Espinal, who will tag him for the second out.
Yeah, he decided to do the tag instead of backtracking and touching first base bag, but results in the same thing, an unassisted putout, and there are quickly 2 down. Now, you have the All-Star game in 2002 and 2010. One of those 2 years, I also did the play-by-play of the Home Run Derby. One of those 2 years, the winner was Byron Gainey. What year was that?
That had to be 02, I think. I think he goes way back to 02,
Yep.
right? Was he Atlantic City or was he?
I thought he was Atlantic City. I'm not sure.
Or Nashua, maybe?
But he mashed the ball that night.
Oh, my goodness.
And it was a tough night to hit it out. He won, I think, with only just a handful of homers.
Here's Vladimir Frias back at the top of the order as he has walked and scored back in the opening inning and then grounded out to short. So, again, Atlantic League All-Star Memories. That's where we'll take you on 5th Inning Trivia tomorrow night and Thursday as well. So, get your thinking caps on for the Midsummer Classic in the Atlantic League. And tonight it's happening in Denver, where I believe, David, the American League has won last 7 straight. Is that right?
I think
7
that's
in a
right.
row? Yeah,
Yep.
7 in a row. 1-0 here to Frias is down and in from Harris. 2 balls and no strikes.
I will say this, since we are roughly the same age, I got a few years on you, but we grew up in the same era, that I would just love to tune into the All-Star game before interleague play.
Yep.
I wanted to see, oh my God, this is going to be great. Look at this.
Yes.
Thurman Munson is facing Steve Carlton
Exactly.
or something like that.
It never happened otherwise, right?
Exactly.
That's a great point. Nowadays it's so routine that it's not as special as that All-Star game used to be, and now it's 3-0 here on Frias. And the only 2 guys that Harris has walked all night, the first 2 batters he faced to open the game, Frias and Lombardozzi, and they both scored. He's allowed almost nothing since, just a pair of singles to Mazzilli and Giardina. That's it.
Yeah, you talk about righting the ship. He has done that.
Oh, terrific. Just terrific. So let's see if Frias is taken here all the way. He is, and that's strike 1 on the outer edge of the knees. So Ducks are trying to just get something going against this lefty, as you saw Almodovar try to bunt his way aboard. That didn't work. And now Frias will certainly, I would think, turn himself loose on a 3-1 pitch. 2-1 Ducks here in the bottom of the 5th. Harris set at the belt, and the pitch, line but foul, way out in front of it, down the left field line, the count full.
Gotta love the chess match that you see as you work your way through the order for the 2nd or 3rd time, because Harris was throwing a lot of junk, a lot of off-speed pitches. First time through the order, now he's mixing in some fastballs, some stuff of a harder variety, and the Ducks will have to adjust as well.
His change-up in the low 70s, that curve coming in at 69, the fastball in the mid-80s right now for Joe Harris. Here's the payoff coming from the lefty to the switch-hitting Frias in from the right, and that just missed. Again, we got to wait there to make sure, but it is the 3rd walk of the night for Harris and a 2-out runner for the flop.
Remember, Frias did steal a base back in that 1st inning, part of a double steal. He was on the front end with the man in the batter's box right now, Steve Lombardozzi. So we'll see if skipper Wally Backman wants to get Frias in motion here.
Yeah, he certainly did, as you said, David, a couple of times when it got to a full count on Lombardozzi, even with nobody out back in the 1st inning. So see what Lombo can do. Again, he walked and scored in the 1st and then flew out to right in the 3rd. Frias does not run, and that one almost clipped the shoe tops of Lombardozzi, ball 1. So can the Ducks get something going here? Looks like we're going to have a little meeting on the mound now as there's a delay here as they want to take the temperature of the lefty Joe Harris. In a 2-1 game, last of the fifth, and again that pitch count getting up there for a guy who, again, has not gone inning-wise beyond 4 innings in any game this year. So it is officially his longest outing inning-wise at 4 2/3, although, again, not pitch-wise just yet. And so a meeting on the hill here to make sure everybody's on the same page with the dangerous Lombardozzi, the Ducks' second leading hitter, at the dish.
And if you're unfamiliar with the double hook rule, it just comes down to this. We have a pitcher's duel here tonight, so it hasn't come into play yet. But once your starting pitcher is removed from the game, you lose the DH. And you will have to make double switches. You may have to take guys and move them around the infield or outfield. And some strategy definitely involved, but that hasn't happened yet tonight with both starters still in and doing a masterful job.
I think both guys getting close, though, as, again, Harkin just recently joined the Ducks. And, again, he had been pitching as a starter in the American Association at Kane County out in Illinois, so he's got a little more length to him. And Harris here has worked twice as a reliever, twice as a starter. But I mentioned first time beyond 4 innings this year, and again approaching that number of his highest pitch total of the year. He's going to throw over to first here, and Frias is back ahead of the tag from Espinal. So I'm sure part of that discussion was Vladimir Frias as well, as the lefty comes set below the belt. And Frias takes off. They got him picked off here. The throw down is not in time. Oh, Frias still beat it out despite the fact Harris threw to Espinal at first. His gun down to Reyes, the shortstop, was not in time. Second stolen base of the game for Vladdy Frias.
Well, one of the problems there, Edwin Espinal has made so many great plays at first base, saving errors with his scoops and short hops. Threw a little high to Reyes at second base, and that was just enough to allow Frias to slide in safely.
So in scoring position now for Lombardozzi, who still has only seen one pitch in this at-bat. It was a ball. Frias dancing off second now as Harris gives him a long look, and then he's going to step off. So Frias disrupting the game big time here as Long Island tries to add to a 2-1 lead in the bottom of the fifth. So Harris again toes that rubber way over on the first base side. Lombardozzi will await the 1-0. Another long hole before finally coming here and missing low and away with ball 2.
And you can see what this does to the pace of the game. There's an old expression, nothing slows down a ball game more than speed.
Lombardozzi, the Ducks player of the week this past week. What a week he had. 7 hits, 10 total bases, 6 RBIs, 6 walks, and scored 4 runs. So trying to make it another strong week here is Lombardozzi at the start of it, and a 2-0 is inside for ball 3. So we had Frias and Lombardozzi, the only 2 guys Harris has walked all night. He's done it twice now to Frias. He's in danger of doing it twice to Lombardozzi.
I think Mr. Harris is having a first-inning flashback.
Yeah, it might be, right? Exactly right. He opened the game with those base on balls, but right now he's got 2 outs and a man on second. So let's see if Lombardozzi takes. He does, and there's strike 1. So Lombardozzi, the team leader in runs batted in with 27 on the year, has a speedy Frias at second, who, of course, going on contact with 2 away. Good chance for the Ducks to extend that lead back to 2. Again, Long Island scored those 2 runs in the first, have not scored since. Long hold again by Harris. Check of Frias, and the 3-1 is in the air. Left field. Coming in quickly is Martinez, and he will make the catch that retires the side. So for the Ducks, no runs, no hits, a walk, 1 left. To the 6th we go in CI. It remains Long Island 2, West Virginia 1.
Hey fans, this is pitcher Vin Mazzaro, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network.
Hey Ducks fans, the official hotel of the Long Island Ducks is the Radisson Hotel Hauppauge, Long Island. It's centrally located on the north shore of Long Island and offers a home away from home for both business and leisure guests. The Radisson Hotel Hauppauge, Long Island features an indoor pool, 24-hour business center, a fitness center, and complimentary Wi-Fi in all guest rooms. Enjoy the contemporary American cuisine at the Fountain Grill restaurant or grab a quick bite to eat at Cafe Pronto. And best of all, it's only minutes away from Bethpage Ballpark. The Radisson Hotel Hauppauge, Long Island, the official hotel of the Long Island Ducks. Call 631-231-1100 today. That's 631-231-1100.
Baseball fans, the Long Island Ducks mobile app has officially arrived. Powered by Clear Vision Apps, it's your one-stop shop for all things Ducks baseball. Buy tickets straight from your mobile device. Receive game status updates with push notifications. Check out up-to-the-minute news and scores and interact with the Ducks on social media. Best of all, it's free. Download the Ducks mobile app today by visiting the App Store on your Apple-powered device or Google Play on your Android-powered device. The Long Island Ducks mobile app, with you wherever you flock to.
Don't forget to stop by the Waddle Inn Shop on your next visit to the Duck Pond, where exclusive hard-to-find Ducks memorabilia is now on sale. All proceeds benefit the Quacker Jack Foundation, the charitable arm of the Long Island Ducks. Chris King and David Weiss back at the Duck Pond. We head to the top of the 6th inning. Long Island Ducks with a 2-1 lead over the West Virginia Power in the opener of a 3-game series. And for these teams, it's the third time they've met this year. The Ducks played their first 2 games ever down in Charleston, West Virginia, and lost them both. And then the final game of that series was rained out, and then the Power were here at this ballpark earlier this season, and Long Island took 2 of 3 from West Virginia as their leadoff hitter, Connor Myers, slaps it foul out of play down the right field line to start the 6th inning against the right-hander, Scott Harkin, who's been terrific for Long Island, allowing just a run on 2 hits thus far. So Connor Myers, who's lined out to third, he broke his bat to open the game doing that, and then struck out swinging, 0 for 2. Harkin out in front of him, 0-1. And fastball in on the hands, couldn't catch up to it, 0-2.
What do you think the chances are if Wally Backman came out and tried to take out Scott Harkin, if he turned to Wally and pulled a Garrett Cole? What do you started using the F word, started screaming his head off and said, get out of here. I think the chances are very slim.
But that was a great, I actually saw the post-game interview with Garrett Cole after that complete game effort, which was incredible. I think he finished it, was it 127, 129 pitches, most of any pitcher in baseball all year. He was asked, what was the discussion like with Aaron Boone on the hill? And he said, all I know is I dropped a lot of F-bombs and then I blacked out. That's what he said. But he did get the complete game shutout in a 1-0 win.
And then the next day, one of the worst losses you'll ever see.
Exactly. Both the Mets and the Yankees. The Yankees blew a 5-run lead in the 9th inning. The Mets had a 5-run lead in the 1st inning, and that's the way they both end up going in the All-Star break. Swinging strikeout here of Connor Myers. 5 on the night for Harkin. 1 away. But you got to, as a huge Yankee fan, David, despite that terrible, it was a terrible loss with a chance to sweep Houston. I just feel like they got back on track. Taken 2 of 3, couldn't get the sweep in Seattle. Taken 2 of 3, couldn't get the sweep in Houston. But they come back with 4 straight against the Red Sox, 8 of the next 10 games against Boston, who they haven't beat all year. They're 0-6 against the Red Sox.
So this is make it or break it.
Coming
out of the All-Star shoot, they've got to get it done.
Absolutely, and that's actually the only game on the Major League schedule Thursday night. The league has said, we're going to give the Yankees, Red Sox, everybody else is going to watch. So that is the only scheduled Major League game on Thursday night. Yankees and Red Sox opening up a 4-game series.
Not sure how the Yankees feel about it, but the Red Sox have voiced their displeasure about getting a shortened All-Star break.
Yeah, a little bit short, obviously, as they'll play tonight. Everybody will return to where they're going from on Wednesday, but everybody except the Yankees and Red Sox will have Thursday off as well. So here's Scott Kelly on his ledger tonight, a pair of 5-3 groundouts. Terrific play to gun him out in the 3rd inning by Vladimir Frias at the hot corner. This time he puts it in the air to center field for Almadova, who barely has to move. And fighting a little bit of that haze, David, as we can really see it as we look into the light stanchions out in left center and right center, but he makes the catch.
Heavy air here tonight. We mentioned it's humid. Temperature was at 72. First pitch at 6:37 this evening. If it's moved at all, it's not by more than a degree or two. Just a slight breeze toward left field. But you look up toward the lights, and it's as if it's misting, but it isn't. It's just a lot of humidity in the air.
That's exactly what it looks like. So here's Teodoro Martinez. He's one of only 2 power hitters tonight who have a hit off Scott Harkin, and he takes up high here for ball 1. He singled to left center in the 1st inning. The only other hit, a homer to left by Reimer Liriano in the 4th. So both pitchers have allowed only 2 hits all night. That's it. The 1-0. Ooh, boy, that would Looked like he was going to hit him. If it wasn't a breaking ball, David, that didn't break, I'm not sure he would have got out of the way of it, but Martinez hit the deck and avoided getting hit by the pitch.
Yeah, that was a curveball that just didn't break, and as you said, had it been a fastball, that would have been real trouble. That was just making a beeline for his helmet.
So he climbs back in, ahead 2-0 in the count, something that not a lot of hitters tonight for West Virginia can say, as Harkin's been getting in front of most of them, but he falls behind again, 3-0. Again, he has not walked a man tonight. In his Ducks debut, he didn't walk anyone either and allowed only 5 hits in 6 shutout innings. So tonight he gives up his first run, but he's hoping to avoid his first walk as a Duck here. Martinez, 2 outs, nobody on, certainly should be taking here, and he is, and it splits the plate in half for strike 1.
Certainly, Wally Backman is keeping a close eye on the situation here. We'll see just how long Harkin will stay in there. He's done such a great job thus far, but I know that Wally would love to get him through this inning.
Yeah, just crossed the 80-pitch threshold, and now low and away, his first walk of the night puts the tying run aboard here with 2 away for the cleanup hitter, Liriano, who took him out of the yard last time. And David, what do you think? Does Wally let him see Liriano, or is this it for Harkin?
I don't see Wally coming, though. I would think that Skip would allow Harkin to face Liriano. Obviously, Harkin is well aware of what Reimer did last time up, so he'll be careful. But I think he just wants to get him through this inning.
Well, since that Liriano home run, Harkin had retired 7 in a row until giving up that 2-out walk to Martinez. So here's the first pitch to him, and that up high, 1-0. Again, Liriano lined out to short in the first inning, hit the ball hard, and then his 5th homer of the year, over the wall and left, back in the 4th inning. Picked up RBI number 19 and brought the Power within 1, which is where they are now, trailing it 2-1. The 1-0 swung on and missed. He was late on the fastball there. It's 1-1.
Good pop on that fastball that was moving away from Liriano at the plate. I think either way, I get the feeling that Liriano might be the last batter he faces.
That's a good point. So let's check on that one. Try to get the fastball speed there. We'll get it for you in a second. The 1-1 is lifted in the air, foul, first base side. So Harkin out in front, 1-2. I agree with you, David. I think this is it for him, as that fastball was 90.4 miles an hour on the second pitch of the at-bat.
Yeah, I think Harkin is emptying the tank here. He's just giving it all he's got to get through here at the top of the 6th.
85 pitches deep now is Scott Harkin in his second game for Long Island. So he gets in front of the dangerous Liriano. David told you earlier about Martinez at first, 5 steals, but he's been caught 5 times, so don't think he wants to run here as the tying run on board. And Harkin misses away, 2-2. So real good game tonight here between Harkin, the righty, and Harris, the lefty. And the Ducks with a 1-run lead in the opener of this 3-game series. Again, the final 3 games this year on Long Island for the West Virginia Power. A lot of the South teams are already done or will be done in the first half. Ducks don't host any South Division teams at all in the second half. The 2-2 is fouled back to the top of the screen and the count holds. So Lexington opened the season here, David, with 4 games. That was it. There are only 4 games on Long Island. High Point played 6 games here. They're done. West Virginia played 3. They have 3 more than they're done. And Gastonia is the only remaining South Division team still with games to play here on Long Island. July 30th, 31st, and August 1st. And the entire second half, Ducks will host 25 games, all against their North Division opponents, York, Lancaster, and Southern Maryland. That's it. 2-2. Is fouled away high on the first base side. Good battle here. Harkin against Liriano in a 1-run thriller.
In the reshaped Atlantic League, I believe the longest road trip is Lexington. If memory serves, it's either Lexington or West Virginia, but we've got road trips of several hundred miles by bus.
Yep.
Of course. Now Sugar Land is no longer here, so a flight.
Cuts it a little. Yeah, you got the 2 North Carolina teams, Kentucky and West Virginia, which again is Charleston, West Virginia, 600 miles from Central Islip, so quite a nice little bus trip. Another 2-2 coming here, and Liriano another foul ball. Neither side giving in here. This is what the game is all about. And Martinez, the 2-out runner at first, represents the tying run. Liriano was already homered in the game, represents the go-ahead run at the plate in the top of the 6th, and I am completely with David here. I think if he gets him or if he doesn't, this is the last batter tonight for Long Island's right-hander.
The dangerous Chiaspo is waiting on deck.
So another 2-2 in this great battle with the runner going, and that misses inside. 3 balls and 2 strikes, so 6th stolen base for Martinez as it was dropped by Giardina. No chance for a throw, and now the tying run in scoring position.
Well, a crucial point in this game, although it's only top of the 6th. Have a ways to go, but up by a run, runner in scoring position. Harkin just about on E as far as what he's got left. And he's going to give it all he's got here to try to retire Liriano.
And Liriano, a major league guy, 59 games in the big leagues, the Padres in 2014, the White Sox in 2017. Harkin at the belt. A check of Martinez at second now. And then the payoff. Popped up on the infield. Foul territory first base side. The catcher, Giardina, with the grab to end the inning. Sal Giardina makes the catch, retires Liriano, and keeps Long Island on top. For the Power, no runs, no hits, a walk, 1 left. To the last of the 6th we go in Central Islip. It remains the Ducks 2 and the Power 1.
Hey fans, this is outfielder Johnny Turble, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network.
This is it. Check it out. See what everyone's talking about. Let Nicolak Pavers pave your way.
Bring your outdoor living dreams to life. Visit Nicolak's Outdoor Design Center at 200 Henry Street in Lindenhurst and see thousands of square feet of pavers, retaining walls, fire pits, and outdoor living accents on display. Only Nicolak paving stones are made with Paver Shield technology for more vibrant color options than anyone else. Visit Nicolak.com to request a free sample or their Outdoor Design Center at 200 Henry Street in Lindenhurst. Nicolak. Ask for it by name. You'll see the difference. Visit Nicolak.com. That's Nicolak.com.
Let Nicolak Pavers pave your way. Pave your way.
We're back at Fairfield Properties Ballpark. David Weiss, Chris King. It's 2-1. Ducks leading the West Virginia Power, going to the bottom of inning number 6. Ducks on top, but we'll be facing a new pitcher here tonight. First pitching change of the evening, as West Virginia has a new man in there, Joe Harris, after a terrific start, giving up only 2 runs, 2 hits through 5 innings. The new pitcher for West Virginia is the big 6'5" right-hander from State College, PA, Spencer Bivens. He is making just his second appearance for West Virginia. His first was in relief, an ERA of 4.5. He has only thrown 2 innings thus far, given up 2 hits, 1 earned run. So Spencer Bivens, the new pitcher for West Virginia. We'll give you those numbers on Joe Harris. A very nice start for West Virginia here tonight.
Hey, officially, Joe Harris, 5 innings of 2-hit, 2-run ball, both earned 3 walks and 1 strikeout. And again, the only runs he allowed back in the opening inning. He opened the game by walking Frias and Lombardozzi back-to-back. They pulled off the double steal. He gave up the sac fly to Lou Ford that brought home Frias, the RBI single to L.J. Mazzilli that plated Lombardozzi. And after that, David, over his last 4 innings of work, no runs on just 1 base hit, a single by Sal Giardina. So it was only 2 hits, both singles. A terrific outing for Harris, who came in with a record of 0-0, but tonight will not be his first win as he leaves on the short side of the 2-1 score. So to the bottom of the 6th we go. Right-hander Spencer Bivens into the game, as David told you about, for the heart of the order. Lou Ford, L.J. Mazzilli, and Ryan Jackson for the flop. So it starts with Ford, had that run batted in on the sac fly in the opening inning, and then grounded out in the 3rd to third base. So 0 for 1 with a ribby is Ford, and Bivens misses up and in here with ball 1. So Ducks into the bullpen here for the West Virginia Power, and as David's been telling you about, that double hook rule means that Connor Myers, who was their DH tonight at the top of the order, is done for the night as Ford takes a strike and the count 1-1. Bivens pitch Breaking ball, Lou waited on it and lined it into left center field. That's going to get down for a base hit. So Ford with his first hit of the night, leadoff man aboard for Long Island.
Always great to see Lou Ford do what he does best. Absolute hitting machine.
Right fielder, number 13.
Continuing to get it done, pushing 45 years of age, but still got the smarts to wait on a breaking ball like that and really mash it into left center. So here's L.J. Mazzilli, extended his hitting streak to 19 games with a first inning single and then grounded out to second base in the fourth. Ducks trying to get something going here immediately as the bullpen for Mark Minicozy goes to work, and there's a nice hook for a strike on Mazzilli, 0-1. So Ford being held on at first. Of course, Lou is not running much these days, but he will stay there. He hasn't even attempted a stolen base. Espinal will hold him aboard. And Bivens 0-1 to Mazzilli. Here's a little cue ball the other way. The second baseman, Kelly, falls down before he could make the throw. He may have tripped on the lip of the grass there, David.
I think so.
And we'll see how that scored. That would have been a tough play to get Mazzilli. And again, the Ducks only with a pair of hits in the game. Prior to this inning, Ford had their third of the night. It has yet to go up as a base hit, but great start for the Ducks here. First and second now, nobody out.
Actually, I think that Ford was thrown out.
Oh, I'm sorry. I missed it there. I'm sorry. My bad.
It was close.
So Kelly got Ford at second on the fielder's choice, 4-6. So I was watching Kelly roll around there, and my error. So give me the E on the broadcaster here. As this one goes all the way through to the backstop, and now Mazzilli will take second base. So the fielder's choice was 4-6. As I made the cardinal mistake, David, of taking my eye off Kelly there as he fell to the ground. I was watching Mazzilli to see if he was going to leg it out at first, and saw the throw didn't come there and assumed it didn't go anywhere.
I was watching by accident because I was worried about a mosquito that was on the windowsill near me here, and so I was a little distracted as well. But yes, Ford was forced, and now with that wild pitch or pass ball, whatever it scored.
It will be a wild pitch.
There you go.
All right, so you are caught up. Wild pitch moves Mazzilli to second, one away. Ryan Jackson takes a pair of pitches off the plate from Spencer Bivens, and the count 2-0. So again, bottom of the sixth, Ducks trying to add to a 2-1 lead. Bivens just into the game, a check of Mazzilli. And then the pitch swung through here by Jackson at the plate for strike one.
That was a good hard slider that was diving away from Jackson. Went after it, couldn't reach it. But the Ducks would love to take advantage of this situation here. Precarious 2-1 lead, bottom of the sixth.
The Ducks again have not scored since the first inning. Here, this one, a good block by Henley. That looked like it was heading 5-hole on Justin Henley, but he's able to at least keep it in front of him, and the count 3-1.
I love that 5-hole, the hockey expression.
Can't get away from it.
Now you got to bring it here. I was just wondering, in your first game back, first home run called, were you tempted to say score instead of gone?
There's a lot of that. A lot of that happens. It does, David. It's weird, but like when you do one sport like hockey for so long, those hockey terms seep into your baseball and vice versa as well. Yeah, call them goals instead of runs, right? 3-1 here is bounced off the glove of the pitcher Bivens to the second baseman Kelly. Has time to throw to first for the out, and on the play Mazzilli crosses over to third.
So that goes 1-4-3. That's the second time that's happened here tonight. I think the Ducks pulled one of those off as well. Off the mid of Scott Harkin earlier. Ducks started. So you've got two down now, but the Ducks 90 feet away from a very big insurance run.
So switch hitting Sal Giardino will turn around and bat left-handed for the first time tonight against the southpaw. He had struck out swinging and singled the left. So crowd getting behind Giardino here in a big spot. Long Island trying to add to this 2-1 lead, and Bivens, first pitch, just misses outside for ball one. Waiting on deck, Hector Sanchez, also a switch hitter, as he starts to get loose, knowing he will swing left-handed the rest of this game because all they have left, the power, are right-handers. That's it. 1-0 here is down and in through to the backstop. Coming home to score from third is Mazzilli. A wild pitch from Spencer Bivens, and Long Island makes it a 3-1 lead.
Well, you knew it was going to be really big that the Ducks got a runner to third because situations like that can occur. second wild pitch of the inning, and that brings in the big third run for the Ducks.
Unbelievable. So the Ducks with a run home here to restore that 2-run lead, and now Giardina takes up and away ball 3. So Mazzilli reaches on the fielder's choice to second on a wild pitch, to third on Jackson's ground out, and home on yet another wild pitch. So rough start for Spencer Bivens, the right-hander, as now he comes 3-0. And that goes true to the backstop, but it won't matter. It's just ball 4. It's another First National Bank of LI walk to first, go far.
That is the 4th walk issued to the Ducks here tonight. First one charged to Bivens, of course. But you can see the way Spencer Bivens throws the ball. He kind of slingshots it up there.
Yep.
At the moment, his control is a little lacking and making things a little difficult behind the plate for Justin Henley.
It has been an adventure for Henley, to say the least. And now here's the always dangerous Sanchez. Tonight a pair of groundouts to the left side when he was batting from the right. So first time he turns around to bat from the left. And again, he's got Giardina, the 2-out runner at first. And that one jackknifes him over the plate here, almost taking out his knees for ball 1. So rough start for Bivens after, again, Harris went 5 innings of 2-hit, 2-run ball. Bivens, a couple of wild pitches here, has allowed the leadoff single to Lou Ford and trying to limit the damage to the single run as the Ducks have the 2-run lead restored. That's the largest it's been at any point tonight. 1-0 is a little tapper foul behind home plate to level the count.
Talk about West Virginia's hitting prowess, power at the plate. As far as pitching is concerned, they are 6th in the league in pitching in terms of team ERA of nearly 6, 5.87. And their bullpen has been leaky at times, so the Ducks trying to add on here, but it has really been a good pitching duel from the outset here. Ducks ERA at 5.18 collectively.
That's third best, David.
Yes.
It's incredible. The ERAs are so much higher this year
a lot of runs
than
scored.
in a normal season. Absolutely. The 1-1 here is off the plate for ball 2. And again, you look at the one number that jumps out from me, West Virginia, David. They have allowed 68 more runs than they've scored this year. So they are minus 68 as far as run differential. Compare that to Lexington, the first place team in their division. The Legends have scored 100 more runs than they've allowed. So again, West Virginia, the worst run differential in the lead. Taking off here is Giardina. The throw down to second is not in time. So Sal Giardina has his 3rd stolen base of the year in 3 tries, and the Ducks have another runner in scoring position.
Good jump on Spencer Bivens, who has, even in the set position, kind of a long delivery. Giardina took off, and he runs very well for a catcher.
So a chance for Sanchez to knock in a run here now with a base hit, and he's ahead in the count 3-1. Giardina leading off second base. The pitch popped up on the infield left side. The third baseman, Caiapso, stays with it, makes the grab, and the side retired. So the Ducks have to settle for a run on a hit. There was a walk, 2 wild pitches, and 1 man left. 6 in the books in CI. It's the Long Island Ducks 3 and the West Virginia Power 1.
Hey fans, this is pitcher Chris Reed, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network.
When we see Long Island, we see you. Because at Catholic Health, we know that it's your remarkable lives that breathe life into our island. So at every Catholic Health hospital, practice, and care facility, we're able to provide the highest quality, most innovative care for your body, because our culture cherishes your humanity. Long live Long Island.
Take your group out to the game this season and enjoy all the fun of Ducks baseball at discounted prices with the picnic area, luxury suites, party deck, and so much more. Bringing your group to the game will be an unforgettable experience. The Ducks even offer opportunities to sing the national anthem, serve as the Ridgewood Savings Bank color guard, be the Nickolock Dream Team, or put on a pregame performance. To book your outing today, call 631-940-3825 and ask for the group sales department. Long Island Ducks baseball. Good times every time.
Back at the ballpark here in Central Islip. Fairfield Properties Ballpark. David Weiss, Chris King. Ducks leading 3-1 over the West Virginia Power, going to the top of inning number 7. New pitcher for the Long Island Ducks, replacing the starter, Scott Harkin, who pitched a whale of a game here tonight. New pitcher for the Ducks is the 6'1" righty from Johnstown, Colorado, Brady Dragmeyer. Dragmeyer on the season, making his, let's see, he's 4-0 this season, all in relief. 2.08 earned run average in his 14th appearance here tonight. 17 1/3 innings pitched, 17 hits, has given up only 4 earned runs. Let's take a look. Struck out 26 and has walked 10. Brady Dragmeyer has done great things out of the pen here this season. He's in right now to protect a 3-1 lead.
And another terrific outing for the righty Scott Harkin. Officially 6 innings, 2 hits, 1 run it was earned, 1 walk, 5 strikeouts. The only mistake he made, Reimer Liriano took him out of the yard for a solo homer to left in the 4th inning. So back-to-back terrific starts for Harkin, and now it's in the hands of the bullpen for Wally Backman, as it'll be Dragmeyer against Kayapso, the third baseman for West Virginia, here to lead off the 7th. 6 innings in the books, Long Island with a 3-1 lead for the Flock. 3 runs, 3 hits, 2 errors for the Power, 1 run on just 2 base hits and no errors. So the only 2 hits, Harkin allowed a single to Martinez in the 1st, the homer to Liriano in the 4th. So back-to-back terrific outings for Harkin, who has been welcomed into the starting rotation by Wally Backman. First pitch here for Dragmeyer, misses up and away, ball 1. And if you're joining us late, again, closer Michael Tonkin was signed away by Tijuana in the Mexican leagues earlier today. So the Ducks' new closer is going to be Danny Barnes, who's had a lot of experience doing that prior in his career. But in a guy in Tonkin, you're talking about David, he'd given up 1 earned run all year in 16 outings and has 9 saves, 2nd in the entire Atlantic League. He's going to be tough to replace. 1-1 here to Kayapso, who's grounded out and flied out, 0-2. This one tied him up inside. The appeal to third. John Lematina says he did not go around. It's ball 2. So again, 3-1 Ducks as we start the 7th in the opener of this 3-game set. Power have taken 3 of the first 5 from Long Island in the season series. They won both in West Virginia, and then Ducks took 2 of 3 here on the island. Pops this one up, left side, a moon ball. Everybody trying to find it right now. Nobody can, and it drops in. Going for second here is Kayapso, and the Ducks gun him out. Oh, what a job. The throw coming from left field to Lombardozzi, the second baseman who applied the tag. And David, you talked about that heavy air and the condensation, and nobody could find the ball, but in the end, the Ducks got the out.
And no argument, although it's a very close play down to the second base bag, but heads-up play by the Ducks as that ball disappeared into the mist and fog and still got the out at the second base bag. Let's see how they score this.
Yeah, it's got to be a single and then out stretching, I would think, as that is out number 1. And here's Espinal, who's popped down on the infield and flied out to right. So break for the Ducks when Kayapso decided to try to make it a double rather than a single. And I believe it was the third baseman, Frias, who threw him out. We'll have to wait and see officially on that play. The 1-0 to Espinal. Breaking ball, and he lines this one fair down the left field line into the corner. Quickly over there is Lou Ford. Espinal is digging for second, and he'll be in there with a stand-up double.
So you had one bloop that, fortunately for the Ducks, did not turn out to be a runner in scoring position, but this one does, as Espinal has made several great plays at first defensively. In this case, rips it down the left field line, and now he's in scoring position with just 1 out.
So, tying run to the plate, and Elmer Reyes, he has struck out swinging and grounded out to shortstop. A couple hard hit balls here off Dragmeyer, that one in particular. And now Reyes will try to get West Virginia closer. Righty-righty. And he late swings at it. Little tough short hop for Frias. Guns across and holds the runner 2 away.
You know, earlier tonight, Chris, we're talking about almost exactly 3 years ago, the All-Star game. Where were you 44 years ago tonight?
Oh, my goodness. I think it was in the dark.
Yes, you were. Actually, it didn't affect Long Island, but it did affect me. I was working in the city at the time. Yes, the night the lights went out in New York City, 1977. I thought appropriate tonight that we're facing the West Virginia Power.
Very good.
In that we had the power outage 44 years ago tonight.
It was Justin Henley tapping one foul back behind home plate for strike one.
Was working in the city, working late that night. My father was working as well. It was my summer job. And matter of fact, we were nearly stuck on the elevator because the lights went out almost across the 5 boroughs. Long Island not affected as it was in 1965 and 2003.
Yeah, 2003 I remember very well, and I told you the story. 01 is swung through here, nothing in 2. My daughter Maggie was born August 4th, 2003. She was 10 days old when that one hit in 2003, so the whole family slept on the basement floor just trying to stay cool on a very hot night.
Oh, it was oppressively hot. It was 97 degrees in 1977 on that night. A lightning strike in Westchester caused that outage.
0-2 here. Got him! A called third strike. Good morning, good afternoon, and good night. Brady Dragmeyer fans Justin Henley on 3 pitches to retire the side. So for the Power, no runs, 2 hits, 1 left. Time to stretch. Middle of the 7th in CI. It remains the Ducks 3 and the Power 1.
Hey fans, this is infielder Vladimir Frias, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network.
Sayville Ford, the no-fees dealer, has been family-owned and operated since 1957. Their state-of-the-art facility features a spacious showroom with a giant inventory of new, pre-owned, and commercial vehicles. Plus, every vehicle comes with a 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain limited warranty. Some exclusions apply. And their service department is open from 6 a.m. to 1 a.m. with enclosed service drives for your convenience and comfort. Sayville Ford, Long Island's Ford giant, is conveniently located off exit 50 on Sunrise Highway or online at SayvilleFord.com.
Remember what life used to be like? Before the virus, before the isolation. Remember the sights, the sounds, and those incredible smells? Remember when you didn't have to be 6 feet apart and there were reasons to celebrate? Remember what that felt like? It's time to make new memories to remember. Welcome back. Get tickets at liducks.com. liducks.com.
Back in Central Islip, Fairfield Properties Ballpark. David Weiss, Chris King. Ducks leading 3-1. Bottom of inning number 7. Another pitching change for the West Virginia Power. Starter Joe Harris was replaced last inning in the 6th by Spencer Bivens, who did allow a run. The Ducks leading it now 3-1, as we mentioned. And the new pitcher for the West Virginia Power is the lanky, 6'8", 185-pound right-hander from Cary, North Carolina, Max Posey. Max Posey is the new pitcher for the West Virginia Power. Started the season with the High Point Rockers, has now come aboard to West Virginia, and will be facing the Ducks here in the bottom of the 7th with a 2-run deficit that he is trying to allow no more runs to.
So Spencer Bivens, 1 inning of work, 1 hit, 1 run it was earned, 1 walk, and no strikeouts. And Posey, the 3rd member of the pitching staff for the Power, to get to work here. And David, you talked about him pitching for High Point. He did so in the series here on Long Island last week. But at that point, we thought he was Povse. His name is spelled Povse. And the Power told us it was Povse, but the Rockers told us it was Povse. The Power has informed us it's pronounced Posey. So we're going to go with Max Posey for the right-hander.
As with, let's say, Buster Posey, but spelled a different way.
There you go.
So the Ducks trying to add on to a 2-run lead here. And we're looking up at the lights, and we can see the mist, the heaviness of the air. Nothing is carrying here tonight. Nothing's been hit out yet. Not even close, in fact, and there's no breeze to speak of. Temperature remaining in the low 70s, so you're going to have to supply your own power here. No assist from any breeze.
So again, Clint Freeman, the batter. This was the DH spot that Berardi held for the early part of the game, but obviously when Scott Harkin came out with that double hook rule, out came the DH as well. So Berardi finishes 0 for 2, and here's Freeman's first at-bat in that Berardi's spot. So again, the pitcher of record for Long Island, Dragmeyer, would have been hitting in this spot. Obviously, his night is done as well. And Freeman takes ball 1 from Max Posey. The 1-0 is low and inside to Clint for ball 2.
And Clint Freeman, somebody we affectionately call Shohei Freeman or Clint Otani, since he is a part of the Ducks pitching staff coming out of the pen. And he's also a valuable addition in the box.
Yeah, 282 hitter, a homer, and 6 runs batted in for Freeman, who couldn't catch up with that one. And it's 2 balls and a strike. So bottom of the 7th, Ducks trying to add to a 3-1 lead. Long Island 3 runs on 3 hits. The Power a run on 4 hits. And Freeman just trying to give Long Island a base runner here against the big right-hander. And he nips the outside corner at the knees, 2-2. Freeman followed by Almadova and Frias, 8, 9, and 1 in Wally Backman's order here in the home 7th. The 2-2 goes inside at the shins there and brings the count full on Clint Freeman.
As the last thing that Posey wants to do is to walk the leadoff man in a tight game like this one.
So Freeman takes a look around at that defense straight away, medium depth. Any ball in the outfield, though, as we saw, is an adventure with that heavy air, and he pops this one up foul behind home plate. We'll do it again. By the way, that bloop single in the left for Cayapso was a single, and he was thrown out. Frias, the third baseman, to the second baseman for Long Island, Lombardozzi. 5-4 went that put out. So here's the payoff as Freeman, the lefty swinger, waits for the righty's offering. And he pops this one up. Could be an adventure. Shortstop Reyes looks like he's got it lined up, though, and makes a two-handed catch for the first out.
This does remind me of those good old days, Chris, and you and I were there. The Sandcastle.
Yes.
Atlantic City. Every single game, the fog would roll in off the water, and you could not see your hand in front of your face.
Every single night. Every night.
Every night.
It was incredible. And again, the Surf, the home team, had the best strategy ever in that ballpark because the wind would blow in off the Atlantic Ocean, and you couldn't hit it out if the wind was blowing in no matter how hard you hit it. So on those nights, they would tell the pitchers, just groove it. Just groove it in there because the wind's going to keep it in the park. And it did every single time. And like you said, David, you couldn't even see the ball most nights when the fog came in off the Atlantic Ocean.
Mike Graham and I did a game in the Sandcastle. I remember we opened up the press box windows, and something was hitting the air, and I yelled out, "I got it." Just to distract Atlantic City.
Oh, sure.
And I did. They were looking around. They didn't know where I got it. Because nobody knew where it was.
It was incredible. Just incredible. So, again, the early days of the Atlantic League, the Atlantic City Surf and Long Island Ducks. David, myself, Mike Graham covered many a game at the Sandcastle down on the Strip in Atlantic City where every night was an adventure between the wind and the fog and the water, and just unbelievable. 1-1 here to Almadova, and now he can't catch up to the heat from Posey. That's strike 2. And David, you remember that press box? It also, it was almost half outdoors and half indoors. So I remember when that rain would come in quickly, my notes would just be soaked. And you know how my prep is, right? I've got all this stuff that I spent hours getting ready, and it was just a wet mess after the rain would come in, no matter how quickly it tried to close those windows. Here a slider, and he cuts through it for a strikeout. First of the game for Posey, and there's 2 away.
I also remember one of those road trips again with Mike Graham, my buddy, and we were staying at Harrah's when it was still there, and we had a good time, an expensive time, but a good time. And I remember we did the game that night, and I had to do it shirtless because I had lost it in the casino.
There you go.
A little earlier.
Well played. You are 100% on your game tonight, David.
I am. I should leave now while I'm ahead.
Well, the Ducks are going back to the top of the order for Vladimir Frias, who's had an interesting night. He's officially 0 for 1, but he's had a pair of walks, a pair of stolen bases, and scored a run. Posey tries the change-up, that little fadeaway change. I saw him use that quite a bit to the left-handers when he was here with the Rockers last week, but it misses, and it's ball 1. Again, 3-1 flock in the last of the 7th. And Frias can't catch that one. It's 1 ball and 1 strike.
I love the fact that Wally Backman is showing a lot of confidence in Frias, putting him at the top of the order. He has been batting everywhere, including down at the bottom of the order.
Yep.
But with his speed, great leadoff hitter if he can make contact and get on.
1-1. He twists out of the way of it, but it's called a strike. And now he's down on the count 1-2. Yeah, the 5th time this year in the return tenure of Vladimir Frias that he's batting leadoff for Wally. But he, too, trying to figure out Posey here as Max has been very good getting the pop-up out of Freeman and then the strikeout of Almadova and trying to retire the side in order and get this thing to the 8th with his club only down 2. And both of these teams skidding a little bit coming in. Ducks have dropped 3 of 4. Power have lost 2 of their last 3. The 1-2. Up and away, 2 balls and 2 strikes.
That is an imposing look on the mound.
Yes.
If you're in the box, he's
It is.
6'8", but this isn't a 6'8" Aaron Judge, 270
Right.
pounds. This is 6'8" and less than 200, so he's kind of like all arms and legs.
He is. 2-2 is down and away, though, and a good eye by Frias to get himself full. Waiting on deck, Steve Lombardozzi. Hoping to get a chance to hit here in the 7th with a man aboard with all that speed. 2 outs, nobody on for the Flock. Here's the payoff. And that up and away. No, it's called strike 3. Wow. Frias can't believe it. But 1-2-3 goes Long Island. We go to the 8th in CI. It's still the Ducks 3 and the Power 1.
Hey fans, this is pitcher Clint Freeman, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network.
Last night while my husband was sleeping, he shouted, "Baby, I want more." And I said, "What more could you want? You got me." And he said, "I was dreaming about a new house." So we went online to First National Bank of Long Island and applied for a mortgage. Best night of my life.
With competitive mortgage rates and flexible solutions, First National is the local bank that always puts you first. Let's connect at fnbli.com. First National. Go first. Go far. The First National Bank of Long Island, member FDIC, equal opportunity lender, equal housing lender. Loan subject to credit approval.
The Waddle Inn Shop is your home for everything Ducks baseball. The team store is full of official Long Island Ducks merchandise, great gifts, hard-to-find memorabilia, team apparel, and so much more. You can even get your favorite name and number put on the back of your very own Ducks jersey. Celebrate Waddle Inn Wednesday as well, with exclusive deals in-store during every Wednesday home game. Visit the Waddle Inn Shop today at Fairfield Properties Ballpark or shop online anytime at liducks.com.
Well, we go to inning number 8. The Long Island Ducks lead the West Virginia Power 3-1, and another pitching change for Long Island as Brady Dragmeyer is done. He worked 1 inning the 7th. 1 inning of work, 2 hits, no runs, no walks, and 1 strikeout before giving way to Mike Bolsinger. So a fellow right-hander comes in. Bolsinger, a 6'1", 215-pounder out of Salina, Texas. And Bolsinger for the Flock making his 11th appearance of the year. But just the 3rd time he's worked in relief. He's been mostly a starter this year. 8 starts, 2 relief appearances, a 1-4 record, and a 6.61 ERA. In 31 1/3 innings, he's allowed 38 hits. He's walked 21 and struck out 29, so control has been a problem, and opponents are hitting .295 against him. In our broadcast booth, we turn it over to our closer, David Weiss.
Thank you so much, Chris the Kinger King. So the Ducks with a 2-run lead. West Virginia with the bottom of the order to start here against Bolsinger. It's Miles Williams, the center fielder, then back to the top. And with the loss of the DH, we'll see what West Virginia does at the top of their order. Bolsinger's first pitch is a fastball, catches the inside corner. Good start for Mike. And it's 0-1 to Miles Williams, who has reached on an error. That was back in the 3rd. Error charged to Vladimir Frias with an overthrow at first base. And he has also bounced this short. So 0-2. Bolsinger's 0-1 on the way to Williams. Is a hard slider missing, 1-1.
And on deck is Carlos Hughes, the former Long Island Duck, so it looks like he will inherit that DH spot that Connor Myers had the first 6 innings of this game.
Count 1-1 to Miles Williams. Next pitch is hit in the air, playable, but coming in hard is center fielder Almadova, and he's got it for the first out. It was an all-out sprint to get to it, then he settled under it. Even in this heavy air, fog, mist rolling in, anything hit up in the air, Almadova is still among the best at recognizing where a ball is going off the bat. One down.
So it is Carlos Hughes who will stand in, David, for Connor Myers, who finished at 0 for 3 with a pair of strikeouts.
So Hughes at the plate, playing just his third game for West Virginia. He's 0 for 4. In the 2 previous games he has been in. And the first pitch from Bolsinger misses wide. And it's 1 ball and no strike.
I mentioned he played for the Ducks back in 2015 and 2016. 66 games total for Long Island, then played for the Skeeters in 2017.
The 1-0 on the way. It is slapped down the left field line and makes it into the stands. Now bounces back onto the field. It's 1 ball and 1 strike. With 1 down, nobody on. Ducks leading 3-1, top of the 8th here at Fairfield Properties Ballpark. First game of a 6-game homestand. The Ducks come into play today, 21 up, 19 down, just a 1 game behind Southern Maryland in the Northern Division of the Atlantic League.
And down in Waldorf, Maryland, or check that, in Lexington, Kentucky is where that game is tonight. Ducks getting some help from the Legends as Lexington leads Southern Maryland 3-0, bottom of the 3rd. So if those 2 scores hold, Ducks and Blue Crabs would be tied for first with 19 games to go in the first half.
And you got the feeling that will go right down to the wire.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
Here in the first half.
And they finish in Southern Maryland, so head-to-head, David, that'll be fun.
That's going to be big. Next pitch, a strike. Catching the inside corner. It's 1 ball and 2 strikes to Carlos Hughes. Second baseman Scott Kelly is waiting on deck. So far, Ducks pitching has limited the West Virginia power to a rather powerless 1 run, 4 hits. Next pitch, swing and a miss. Feeble attempt by Carlos Hughes, who was badly fooled on that off-speed pitch from Bolsinger. 2 down.
Yeah, Bolsinger had really struggled as a starter, David, and it was he who went to Wally Backman and said, look, I'm willing to go to the bullpen if you guys can bring in another starter. Wally went out and got Scott Harkin, who's now been terrific in his 2 outings for the Flock, and Bolsinger hoping he can regain his form in the bullpen.
Voluntarily doing it and looking good so far. 2 up and 2 down here in the top of the 8th. Scott Kelly has bounced out twice. 2 nice plays by Vladimir Frias in the first and third innings, and also flied to center. He's 0 for 3 and takes a strike. It's 0-1 to Kelly. Standing in from the right side in a crouch. Bolsinger takes a dip on the mound as he comes set. And the 0-1 on the way, and that is ripped right to Frias on 1 bounce. Guns it to first for the final out. So 3 times tonight, Scott Kelly has hit the ball hard and has been retired by Frias 3 out of his 4 trips to the plate. In the inning for West Virginia, 3 up and 3 down, nothing across. Go to the bottom of the 8th. Ducks looking for a little more insurance, leading West Virginia 3-1.
Hey fans, this is catcher Sal Giardina, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network.
Going way back is Joe Holden, and he is looking up, and that one is headed to field 5 at Robert Moses. The waves are gnarly, and the Ducks have tied it at 1.
That was another home run for the Ducks. And Duck fans, what's more fun than a home run that helps the Ducks win a game? How about a homer that helps the community win? Chappie's Funeral Home and the Long Island Ducks have once again teamed up for the Chappie's Home Run Challenge. If the Ducks hit 100 homers this season, Chappie's Funeral Home will donate $5,000 to the Quackerjack Foundation. So every time a Ducks hitter goes deep this season, watch for the Chappie's Challenge home run count on the scoreboard. And if we reach 100, we're all a winner. Chappie's Funeral Home, where caring for others is a family tradition.
Can't get enough of the Long Island Ducks? Well, now you can get even more inside info on your favorite hometown team through Facebook and Twitter. The Ducks are constantly updating fans through social media with scores, transactions, ballpark promotions, and much more. You can even win great prizes. All you'll need to do is make a free account on Facebook and Twitter, and then visit us at facebook.com/LIDucks and twitter.com/LIDucks. Think you're Long Island's biggest Ducks fan? Get connected now.
Ducks with a 3-1 lead as we go to the last of the 8th, and a new pitcher in for West Virginia. Their 4th of the night. He is the right-hander Eliardo Cabrera, 5'11", 195-pounder out of Venezuela. Reached only a ball as his high point in his affiliated career. And we'll give you the numbers on Cabrera in the regular season. 6 games pitched, 1 as a starter, 5 as a reliever, 0-1 record, 5.59 ERA. In 9 2/3 innings, he's allowed 6 hits. He's walked 12 and struck out 11, so control has clearly been an issue. And he replaces Max Posey, who was terrific. He tossed a 1-2-3-7, so he worked 1 inning, allowed no hits, no runs, no walks, 2 strikeouts. So 3-1 Ducks as we go to the bottom of the 8th, and Cabrera to face Lombardozzi for Long Island to lead things off.
Well, Chris, we'll see how the Ducks react here in terms of line of sight. I'm talking about the fact that Max Posey is 6'8", Eliardo Cabrera 5'11". There is at least according to the stat sheet we've been given, a 9-inch difference between the pitchers. So, in terms of picking up the release point, there's quite a difference.
Yep, no doubt about it.
Steve Lombardozzi climbs in. He walked and scored a run. Also stole a base way back in that first inning. A productive one for the Ducks. Their 2-run inning gave them an early 2-0 lead. He's also flied out twice. So he is officially 0 for 2 with a run scored and a stolen base. Lombardozzi at the plate, takes inside. And it is 1 ball and no strikes. Ducks leading 3-1, bottom of the 8th, looking for, at the very least, another run. Give themselves a little working room in the top of the 9th. Next pitch to Lombo, and he takes it. Looked like he was feigning a bunt, and it's 2 balls and no strikes.
And again, we are expected to see Danny Barnes in as the closer. If you're joining us late, Michael Tonkin, the Ducks closer, signed away by Tijuana today in the Mexican League, the 10th Duck to be signed away, and we're not at the midpoint of the season.
Next pitch. Looked like it had the plate, but a little low. It's 3 balls and no strikes to Lombardozzi.
And the league, David, now has 65 players that have been signed away already in a half a season.
I would have to assume that's a record.
It's got to be. It's got to be.
3-0 pitch on the way, and that catch at the inside corner. It's 3 balls and a strike. Of course, there is now an affiliation between the Atlantic League and Major League Baseball. That's why the rules changes are being tried out in minor leagues such as this one. But the players are all still free agents and able to sign anywhere.
Yep.
3-1 pitch catches the inside corner again. Good fastball from Eliardo Cabrera, and it's full count at 3-2 to Lombardozzi. And it's once again the ageless Lou Ford waiting on deck. Cabrera coming set. And the payoff pitch on the way is spoiled by Lombardozzi. Fouls it out of play, left side, good swing. And the count remains full. Whatever we do have as a breeze is blowing in from right field. Lombardozzi batting from the left side. So he'd really have to hammer one to get it over either fence. Coming set, Cabrera, 3-2 pitch is wide. So Steve Lombardozzi works his way aboard. And that is another First National Bank of LI walk to first, go far. Lombardozzi has walked twice in this game, and that is the 5th walk overall surrendered by West Virginia pitching.
And for Lombardozzi, the 32nd time this year he's drawn a base on balls. I mentioned he started the night 4th best in the league and might be climbing the ladder with 2 more free passes.
Ford batting for the right side against the righty Cabrera. Lombardozzi is at first. He does have the steal tonight. And the first pitch is high and tight. 1 ball and no strikes to Lou, who tonight drove in the Ducks' first run back in the first inning with the sacrifice fly to center. Has also bounced to third, and he is singled to left. So he is officially 1 for 2 with an RBI. Next pitch missing again, 2 balls and no strikes as Cabrera having trouble here early on in this appearance finding the plate.
And wrong part of the order to be having this problem, too. The heart of it, starting with Lou.
2-0 pitch is on the way, and that does get the inside corner for a strike. Fastball, 2-1.
Again, Lou playing just his 19th game, so Wally Backman has used him about half the time as a player. Of course, as a hitting coach, he's available on that bench every game.
2-1, and the runner takes off, foul into the netting down the right field line. I think Jesse Berardi, who is coaching at first base, hit the deck.
I would too if Lou was swinging.
And that was a line drive over his head. Wasn't really that close, but that was a screamer coming right at him. About a few feet over his head, hitting the net. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Lou Ford. Lombardozzi taking his lead. Let's see if he's in motion this time. And the pitch, runner stays, and that's tap foul. This one, a safer bet for Jesse Berardi to jog over and get down the first base line. So the count remains 2 balls and 2 strikes, with the Ducks leading by 2. Long Island up 3-1, bottom of the 8th.
And Lexington has extended that lead, David, over Southern Maryland, now 4-1 in the top of the 4th. The Legends are 17-2 at home this year. Incredible.
Wow, what a start they've had this year. 2-2 pitch to Lou, and it's inside and low. Count full. So you would make an assumption here, especially with Lou Ford at the plate,
Gotta be,
that
yeah.
Lombardozzi will be in motion.
Yeah, I think so for sure. As while he did earlier in the game with Frias, he'll do it here with Lombo, I would think.
Coming set is Cabrera, and the runner takes off. Pitch, Lou hits it toward the right center field gap, and that is down in front of center fielder Miles Williams. Being waved in is Lombardozzi. Now he's held up. At the last moment, he stops. Lou Ford with a long single to right center. His second hit of the night. The Ducks are set up. Runners in the corners, nobody out. Leading by 2, looking for more.
Hey, with nobody out, David, Wally Backman gave it a long look and then decided to go with that stop sign on Lombardozzi. As you said, he was ready to make that big turn and come flying home, but Wally thought better of it. Hey, let's, make it first and third, nobody out, and turn it over to our cleanup hitter, L.J. Mazzilli.
Maz roped a single to left his first time up, driving in the Ducks' second run back in the first inning. Hit a smash to second, but was retired by Scott Kelly, the second baseman, on a good play. Into a fielder's choice, but scored a run in the 6th. He's driven in a run. He scored a run. He is 1 for 3 tonight. And the first pitch in there for a strike, 0-1 to Maz.
Again, Maz now with a 19-game hitting streak. We talked about it. The franchise record, 25 games. Mel Stocker back in 2006, and he got signed away by the Milwaukee Brewers and made it back to the big leagues the very next year.
Yeah, Stocker, boy, could he patrol center like none other. 0-1 pitch to Maz on the way, and is fouled out of play, right side. Little late on that. And LJ now in an 0-2 hole.
Now look at that streak, David. A 19-game hitting streak. If he doesn't get another hit tonight, 14 of those 19 games, he will have only 1 hit in 14 of 19. But the big games he's had, his average was 179 prior to the streak. It's now over 300.
Yeah, shows you what a streak can do. 0-2 pitch on the way, and that is hit long way. Left field, Teodoro Martinez makes the catch. Tagging, but then holding is Steve Lombardozzi at third base, so there's now 1 down. Coming in hard was Martinez, and I think with that momentum, Wally Backman made the prudent choice in having Lombo hold at third, especially with none out. Now there's 1 out and still an opportunity to get that run in.
Yeah, I think it's exactly right, David. Martinez was flying toward home, and he would have had all that momentum behind what would have been a routine throw for a left fielder, so smart move there by Wally.
So holding on at first base is Lou Ford. Lombardozzi still at third, 1 down now after that line out to the outfield. Ryan Jackson at the plate. Righty-righty matchup. First pitch is a curveball that catches the inside corner, 0-1 to Jackson, who is 0 for 3 tonight. He is flat out to right, bounced out to second, and he bounced off the pitcher's glove, and then over to second, and then over to first. So 0 for 3 tonight. Looking to make amends. 0-1 pitch off the catcher's mitt, Henley. And here comes the 4th run for the Long Island Ducks. Lombo scoring on another wild pitch or pass ball. The result is the same, an insurance run. Another one for the Long Island Ducks, who lead it 4-1.
Unbelievable, David, as the Ducks get another run in that fashion. This one a pass ball officially, as Mazzilli scored on a wild pitch back in the 6th. So unbelievable. The Ducks tonight with a run on a pass ball, a wild pitch, a sac fly, and an L.J. Mazzilli RBI single. That's how they get to 4. So really only 1 scoring hit, if you will, all night.
A poo-poo platter of ways to score runs tonight for the Long Island Ducks. And Ryan Jackson still at the plate. The count is 1-1. Taking second on that pass ball is Lou Ford, who is now in scoring position. There's still only 1 down. And the Ducks trying to add to this 3-1 lead. Scoring a run here, it is now 4-1. Ducks with 4 runs, 4 hits. They've committed 2 errors, but now have a 3-run lead.
Yeah, largest lead of the night, so that's the big thing. And you've been talking about it, David. Get some insurance for the expected appearance of Danny Barnes in the ninth.
Coming set, Eliardo Cabrera. 1-1 the count on Ryan Jackson. The pitch on the way is inside, missing. So now 2-1. So Lou Ford has been one of the hitting stars for the Ducks tonight. A sac fly for an RBI. Bounced out, and then consecutive singles in the 6th and in the 8th. And he's at second base now. Another potential run for the Ducks. Pitch to Jackson on the way. Big looping curveball that misses high. It's 3 balls and a strike to Ryan Jackson with the dangerous Sal Giardina on deck.
Vlad Guerrero has homered for the American League. They lead it 2-0 over the Nationals in the 3rd now in the All-Star game in Denver.
3-1 pitch on the way, slap foul out of play right side. It's now full at 3-2 to Ryan Jackson. We're trying to keep an eye on that All-Star game. I forgot to set the DVR at home, but I was really looking forward to hearing how Shohei Ohtani would do at the top of the order, and also coming out of the gate, starting pitcher for the American League.
I'll pull that up for you in a second.
Count full. Ryan Jackson at the plate. Pitch on the way, check swing, and it is a strike 3 called against Jackson, so he is retired, and there are now 2 down. That is only the 4th strikeout registered by West Virginia pitching tonight, and the first strikeout from Eliardo Cabrera brings up Sal Giardina.
Ohtani 0 for 2 at the plate. David, he pitched just the first inning. No hits, no runs, no walks, no strikeouts. So that's
will stay in the game as
he
DH,
will,
right?
as the DH. Yeah, 0 for 2 thus far at the plate is Ohtani.
And Giardina tonight is 1 for 2 with a walk. He singled in the 4th as he takes a big hack at a fastball, diving in on his hands. It's 0-1 to Sal. And he is 1 for 2. He walked and stole a base back in the 6th inning. Runs very well for a catcher. He really busts it down the line, batting from the left side here. The switch hitter against the righty, Eliardo Cabrera. Cabrera coming set. And the pitch to Giardina, and he swings. It's playable left side. Calaspo looking at it, and nope, not in play, as it does make it over the West Virginia Power dugout and into the stand. Everybody converging on that foul. I thought somebody might have a chance, but no. So Giardina is still alive, so are the Ducks, looking to add to a 4-1 lead. It's 0-2 to Sal.
In the 9th for West Virginia, David, the heart of the order do Martinez, Liriano, and Callaspo. So right where they want to be, but certainly not want to be trailing by 3 now as the Ducks get a big insurance run in their half of the 8th and still looking for more.
So Giardina from the left side of the plate against the righty, Cabrera. Count is 0-2, the runner in scoring position, the pitch, and just getting a piece as Giardina was well out in front of an off-speed pitch. Stays alive, count remains 0-2. So the Ducks expected to bring in Danny Barnes to close it in the top of the 9th. Trying to get this homestand started out on a positive note against the West Virginia Power. 0-2 the count. Pitch on the way, and that is tapped right through the box, and it's grabbed by shortstop Elmer Reyes. The throw is not in time. Lou Ford prevented from scoring by a great play, a diving stab by Elmer Reyes. That one hit just to the third base side of the second base bag. So Giardina is aboard officially on an infield hit. That could have been another run for the Ducks, but a saving play by Reyes. Giardina, his 2nd single of the evening. Runners on the corners, 2 down. Hector Sanchez coming up.
Hey, he saved the run, no doubt about it. If that rolls through, scoring easily is Lou Ford from 3rd. So now we'll see if Cabrera can pick up his shortstop and make that mean something if he can get Sanchez.
Sanchez is 0 for 3 tonight. Pitch on the way is up high. Fastball missing. It's 1 ball and no strikes. Hector bounced to short his first time up. And a saving play, a nice scoop at first base by Edwin Espinal for West Virginia, who's done that several times tonight. He's also hitting to a fielder's choice, and he's also popped out. 1-0 pitch is hit out of play left side. Count even now. At 1-1 with 2 down, 2 on. Runners on the corners. Has been an eventful bottom of the 8th for the Long Island Ducks, but they have scratched a run in on a pass ball. Lombardozzi, who walked leading off this frame, came in to score on that pass ball. Lou Ford has a single in this inning, so does Giardina. Those are the runners aboard. Next pitch on the way. It's a ground ball foul to the right side, and it's now 1-2 to Hector.
And in the on-deck circle is the lefty swinging Fields, as Daniel will be the batter in the DH spot that Berardi occupied for a couple of at-bats. We saw Clint Freeman in there on that double hook rule in the 7th, but Fields, the left-handed stick, getting loose if Sanchez can extend the inning.
Count is 1-2 to Hector Sanchez. Sal Giardina is at first base. Lou Ford 90 feet away at third. And the 1-2 is on the way, and there's another swinging a golf foul ball to the left side. Count remains 1-2. And I understand the Atlantic League is toying with the idea of a triple hook rule for broadcasters who think they're funny but really aren't. So I am in danger of being pulled out. If I am, Chris King will be taking it over for the 9th inning.
Triple hook. I hadn't heard that one.
Triple hook rule.
So the DH and the broadcaster both come out.
Right. Next pitch is hit in the air, out of play. Giardina fouling it over our heads upstairs, so the count remains 1-2. I'd say most, if not all, the fans that turned out here on a Tuesday night, on a July evening, are still here looking for a Ducks W. And they have set things up well going into the 9th, looking for even more insurance here. 1-2 pitch is on the way, and that is a base hit right field by Hector Sanchez. Coming in to score is Lou Ford. Going over to third base is Sal Giardina, an RBI single for Hector Sanchez. Ay caramba! And the Ducks are up 5-1. A 2-run bottom of the 8th for the Long Island Ducks, extending a 3-1 lead now to 5-1. Hector Sanchez, who has been so clutch this season for the Long Island Ducks, drives in his 22nd run of the season.
So his only hit of the night is a big one, and the Ducks matched their most runs in an inning. They scored 2 in the 1st, 1 in the 6th, and now another crooked number here in the 8th, and a 4-run lead, and maybe not done yet.
At the plate, it's Daniel Fields, now slipping into that DH spot, actually as a pinch hitter as the Ducks lose the DH once they remove their starter. Big swing by Fields, fouling it straight back. It's 0-1. On the season, Danny is at 211, 2 homers, 14 RBIs, 14 runs scored. Batting for the left side, yes. Against the righty, Eliardo Cabrera, who misses. It's 1-1.
Battle of North Carolina teams tonight in High Point. Doubleheader. Gastonia goes in and wins the first game 8-1, a 7-inning affair.
Coming set, Cabrera, and the pitch to Fields with the runner going, and there's a ground ball, base hit through to center field. Coming in to score for the Long Island Ducks is Giardina. Another run up on the board. RBI single from the pinch hitter Daniel Fields. A half dozen for the Long Island Ducks. It's 6-1. And we got a pitching change coming, and we will take a break. The Ducks breaking this one open a bit with a 3-run inning here in the bottom of the 8th, leading West Virginia 6-1. We'll be back.
Hey fans, this is manager Wally Backman, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network.
Last night I told my husband, baby, I'm ready to grow. And he said, are we having a baby? I said, no, but I do want to expand our business. So First National Bank of Long Island really delivered.
At First National, we offer competitive rates in the financing you need and access to expert local lenders. We also underwrite and service every loan. Let's connect at fnbli.com. First National. Go first. Go far. The First National Bank of Long Island, member FDIC. Equal opportunity lender, equal housing lender. Loan subject to credit approval.
Take your group out to the game this season and enjoy all the fun of Ducks baseball at discounted prices with the picnic area, luxury suites, party deck, and so much more. Bringing your group to the game will be an unforgettable experience. The Ducks even offer opportunities to sing the national anthem, serve as the Ridgewood Savings Bank color guard, be the Nickolock Dream Team, or put on a pregame performance. To book your outing today, call 631-940-3825 and ask for the group sales department. Long Island Ducks baseball. Good times every time.
Back at Fairfield Properties Ballpark, David Weiss along with Chris King. We're getting confirmation on the new pitcher for the West Virginia Power. As we're looking up and down the roster, trying to ascertain whether Mark Minikazi has put a position player in the pitch, and we'll find out right now.
It is Dominic Bethencourt, who is an infielder but also can pitch. So Bethencourt, listed as an infielder, comes in here in what's been a very long bottom of the eighth for the West Virginia Power.
So Bethencourt replacing Eliardo Cabrera. The Ducks roughed him up, but with lots of clutch hitting. This half inning began with a Lombardozzi walk. Lou Ford with a single. Eventually Lombardozzi would score on a pass ball, but with 2 outs, consecutive clutch singles by Giardina, Sanchez, and Daniel Fields. Another couple of runs scored. 3 runs across at 6-1 Ducks.
So 5th pitcher of the night is the right-hander Bethencourt. He has made 5 appearances this year, 1-1 record, but an ERA 12.71. In 5 2/3 innings, he's allowed 8 hits. He's walked 5 and struck out 4.
Bottom of the order now, Long Island Ducks looking for even more. Breland Almodovar with 2 runners on, 2 men out. Ducks have 3 runs in and lead it by 5 now at 6-1. And Bethencourt's first pitch, fastball missing. It's 1 ball and no strikes.
And with it no longer being a save situation, you wonder if Danny Barnes is going to get the night off, and Wally Backman could go in a different direction here with his club now leading by 5.
Yeah, that's a good point. 6 runs, 7 hits now for the Ducks. Just 1 run, 4 hits for West Virginia. Bethencourt's next pitch looked like it caught the outside corner, but apparently just missed. 2 balls and no strikes. To Almodovar, who tonight is 0 for 3. Popped out. Tried to butt his way on and was thrown out. And struck out in the 7th. Looking to add his name to the hit parade here for the Ducks tonight. 2-0 pitches on the way. A swing and a kind of a swinging bunt, and that was off the top of his foot as he goes down. So hopefully not too painful. Almodovar still on one knee. And he will look to try to shake it off. He does not wear one of those guards that a flap on the top of the foot, but if you have ever hit anything on the top of your foot, drop something, even a shampoo bottle, which I've done many times, Chris, many times, and you know how long that stays with you.
Absolutely. Well, he's going to have to shake it off and get back in here as Breland Almodovar. Ducks have extended a 3-1 lead to 6-1. In Lexington, David, the Legends have extended a 3-1 lead to 8-1 over Southern Maryland now.
Well, there you go. 2-1 count, Almodovar, and the next pitch is low and away. It's 3 balls and a strike.
So if those scores hold, the Ducks and the Blue Crabs will have identical records of 22-19, be tied for first place atop the North Division with 19 games to go in the season's first half.
What a finish this is going to be. 3-1 the count. Hector Sanchez leads off second. Daniel Fields off first. Coming set, Bethencourt. 3-1 pitches on the way, and that misses low and away, and they are loaded up. Ducks all over the pond as we turn it right back to the top of the order. What an inning for the Ducks, looking for even more.
So they have batted around for the first time in the game, and Frias hoping to really blow this thing open here with some more 2-out magic.
I believe that is walk number 6 issued by West Virginia tonight. So Bethencourt, no place to put Frias, who has walked twice himself. 0 for 2 otherwise, but he has a couple of steals here tonight. First pitch on the way is wide. 1 ball and no strikes to Frias, who did score a run, the first Duck run, way back in the first inning. 2 steals tonight, now has 3 on the season. He also bounced out and struck out. Looking for his first hit of the evening, which would produce at least 1 more run. 1-0 pitch on the way, foul straight back to the netting. Good cut by Frias, 1-1.
Battle of the Pennsylvania teams tonight. The War of the Roses is what they call it. It's at Clipper Magazine Stadium in Lancaster, PA, and the Barnstormers taking it to the York Revolution. They lead it 12-5 in the bottom of the 6th.
Count 1-1 to Vladimir Frias. With runners all over the place for the Ducks, they're loaded up. 1-1 pitch off the plate. Now 2 balls and a strike. Frias should get something rather juicy here.
Yep. We told you that Gastonia thumped High Point 8-1 in the first game of the doubleheader. Little revenge for the Rockers. They lead it 4-0 over the Honey Hunters in the bottom of the 3rd of the 2nd game.
Runners take their leads. The 2-1 pitch on the way to Frias, and there's a chopper, first base, taken by Espinal. Flips to the pitcher, Bethencourt covering, and that will do it. A merciful end for the West Virginia Power as they give up plenty to the Ducks here in the bottom of the 8th. In the inning for Long Island, 3 runs. There were 4 hits, all singles, couple of walks, and they left them loaded. At the end of 8 complete, the Ducks trying to finish off the Power here, going to the top of the 9th, leading 6-1.
Hey fans, this is Johnny Helwig, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network.
PSCG Long Island wants you to know how to save energy and money in your home. Did you know energy-efficient appliances can use up to 25% less energy? Here's how to save. PSCG Long Island offers money-saving rebates when you purchase Energy Star appliances. Discover how a little energy efficiency know-how can mean savings in your home. Find more energy efficiency tips, tools, and money-saving rebates at pscgliny.com/save money.
Want an awesome birthday without all the hassle? Book your Kona Ice birthday party with the Ducks today. 2 brand new packages are now available, including our exclusive game room suite. Along with enjoying an exciting Ducks game, your birthday child and his or her friends will have a blast playing video games on Nintendo Switch, Xbox, and PlayStation 4 in their very own private luxury suite. Plus, they'll be treated to food, beverages, snacks, and much more. Kona Ice birthday parties with the Long Island Ducks, the party of a lifetime.
All right, we go to the 9th inning. Ducks trying to wrap it up, and Danny Barnes does indeed come in, although it's not a save situation for the 31-year-old right-hander out of Tampa, Florida. Of course, he was born here on Long Island in Manhasset, where he went to high school as well, and he will try to close this one out. Barnes, 5 games, all in relief, 1-0 record, 1.80 ERA. In 5 innings pitched, he's allowed 3 hits. He's walked 5, struck out 6.
We also have some defensive adjustments to pass along. I have no idea what they are, so I'll leave that for Chris when he figures it out. So again, a little bit of shifting going on. And we'll get to that. First man up against Danny Barnes here in the top of the 9th. Ducks trying to close it off as Teodoro Martinez. And the first pitch is on the way, and that just inside. 1 ball and no strikes.
So Daniel Fields stays in the game. He goes into right field. Mazzilli, who was in right, goes to left, and Lou Ford out.
Got it. Next pitch from Barnes. A little low and away. 2 balls and no strikes. So I think skipper Wally Backman would prefer if Danny Barnes gets this thing over with quickly. Throws strikes. No free passes. 5-run lead. Let him hit it. Next pitch on the way, and that's got the plate, but down low. It's 3 balls and no strikes to Martinez, who tonight is 1 for 3.
And again, Barnes would be in Lou Ford's spot, 3rd in the order, as Ford has come out of this game, hoping, of course, not to bat with Long Island leading at 6-1 in the 9th.
Exactly. Why talk about what the Ducks are going to do at the plate?
Just put it out there for those scoring at home.
And if you're scoring at home, you obviously don't have a whole lot of other things to do.
I love scoring at home. Come on.
Well, you and I do.
Yes.
We like to score games. I have a real tough time listening or watching a game without scoring it. 3-1 pitch on the way, and that is hit in the air. It's playable. Vladimir Frias calling everybody off. Third baseman. Now it's going to be second baseman Lombardozzi, and he is retired. Martinez is done. So falling behind, 3 balls and no strikes. And Danny Barnes coming back to get Martinez to pop out, 1 down.
Number 48,
Reimer Liriano. Now coming up for West Virginia. He supplied all the power for West Virginia Power tonight with a home run over the left field wall over the head of Lou Ford. And that was a home run back into fourth, the only run for West Virginia on the board. First pitch from Barnes down low, 1-0.
I mentioned Barnes going to inherit that closer's role that Tonkin had before he left for Mexico earlier today, David. He had 34 saves, Barnes did, for High A Dunedin in 2012 when he was playing in the Blue Jays organization.
Swing and a miss. Pulling the chain way out in front of an off-speed pitch, 1-1 to Liriano.
Yeah, so 34 saves in any season. I don't care what level you're at. Danny Barnes was the man for that Dunedin, Florida team back in 2012.
Barnes looking in, gets the sign, shakes one off from Giardina. Now comes set, the 1-1 on the way, and that splits the plate in half. It's 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 down. Top of the 9th, Ducks with a big lead over West Virginia. It's 6-1. And the Power will need more than just a little bit of power to climb their way back. Nobody on. Pitch to Liriano, and that just missed the outside corner. So the count now even at 2 balls and 2 strikes with one of the leading hitters in the Atlantic League, Alberto Callaspo, waiting on deck. Righty-righty matchup here. Liriano holds that bat right across his right shoulder. 2-2 pitch. Check swing. Did he go? No, he did not. Very close. But first base umpire Warren Nicholson issuing the safe sign. So the count now runs full on Liriano at 3-2. Infield and outfield playing Liriano straight away. Coming set Barnes. The payoff pitch is on the way, and it's golf foul out of play right side. Count remains full.
Danny Barnes, 119 games of big league experience, all with the Blue Jays from 2016 through 2018. In that middle year, 2017, he actually appeared 60 times out of the pen for Toronto and had 62 strikeouts in 66 innings tossed.
Good numbers for Barnes, looking to pick up a, well, not quite a save here, but pitch hit in the air, center field. Almodovar waiting for it to come down, and it does in his mitt, 2 down.
Glad he could see it because I certainly couldn't.
And Almodovar, so casual out there, wasn't even sure if it would hit the center field.
Yep.
So 2 down, nobody on. West Virginia down to their last out, and it brings up Alberto Callaspo. Callaspo came into the game tonight as the 3rd leading hitter in the Atlantic League at .365, and he is 1 for 3 tonight, so that average actually goes down. He bounced out back in the 2nd inning. It was off the glove of starter Scott Harkin. A play completed by shortstop Brian Jackson. And a nice scoop at first by Hector Sanchez. Good all the way around. He's also flat out to center, and he is singled to left field. Callaspo is a switch hitter, and he's batting from the left side now and takes outside, 1-0. The Ducks with 6 runs, 7 hits, 2 errors, 1 run, 4 hits, no errors for West Virginia. Ducks looking to close it out here. Possibly move into a tie for first. And next pitch, looked like caught the outside corner. It did. 1 ball and 1 strike to Callaspo.
We have still 8-1 Lexington over Southern Maryland in Kentucky now. They've moved to the bottom of the 5th.
Danny Barnes gets the sign. The 1-1 pitch is on the way to Callaspo. Off-speed pitch just a little high. It's 2 balls and a strike with 2 down, nobody on. Top of the 9th. Ducks looking to close it out, leading by 5.
Yeah, Southern Maryland again will be here at the Duck Pond the final week of this month, and then the Ducks close out the first half in Maryland.
Barnes' 2-1 pitch is on the way. There's a bouncing ball, right side, first baseman Hector Sanchez takes it himself, and that will do it. The Ducks have won it, and I am feeling very patriotic. The Ducks have just won the ball game. What a win for all the fans. Feeling sky high on the 13th of July. They're going nuts in the stand. Everyone here is smiling all across Long Island. These are our Suffolk County boys. Ducks win 6-1. Ducks win. Ducks win. Ducks win.
And it's your first win of the season. How do you feel?
I am now 1-4, and this feels great. Well, Chris, this was a good one for the Long Island Ducks. They got terrific pitching from start to finish. Very timely hitting, especially in that 8th inning, with one clutch single after another, and a 6-1 win over West Virginia, and it will appear, unless something weird happens elsewhere, the Ducks are about to move back into a tie for first place.
Well, again, Scott Harkin, 6 innings of 2-hit, 1-run ball. The bullpen, 3 innings of 2-hit shutout ball. You combine it, the Power had just 1 run on 4 hits as the Ducks scored 6 times, twice in the first inning, and then blew it open in the bottom of the 8th with a 3 spot. As Long Island snaps a 2-game losing streak and takes the opener here from West Virginia. And David, the Power on the road are now 3-12 on the year. Only 3 wins on the road in 15 games away from West Virginia, an area they clearly need to improve.
Now, it is my first win of the season in the broadcast booth, so I think that deserves a second singing congratulatory song. On this 44th anniversary of the great blackout in New York City on July 13th, 1977, this is a salute to the Tramps, one of my favorite disco groups. Where were you when the power went out in Central Islip? Back to you.
Very nice work, David. Very nice. Well, they sent him home happy tonight, the Ducks did. Nice effort here. They got going right away, David. 2 runs in that first inning and never looked back again, never trailed at any point in the entire contest tonight.
So the Ducks win it 6-1. We will take a break. When we return, a recap of this W for the Ducks, their first in a 6-game homestand with hopefully more to come. We'll be back.
Hey fans, this is infielder Ryan Jackson. You're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network.
Hey, Ducks fans, the official hotel of the Long Island Ducks is the Radisson Hotel Hauppauge, Long Island. It's centrally located on the north shore of Long Island and offers a home away from home for both business and leisure guests. The Radisson Hotel Hauppauge, Long Island features an indoor pool, 24-hour business center, a fitness center, and complimentary Wi-Fi in all guest rooms. Enjoy the contemporary American cuisine at the Fountain Grill restaurant or grab a quick bite to eat at Cafe Pronto. And best of all, it's only minutes away from Bethpage Ballpark. The Radisson Hotel Hauppauge, Long Island, the official hotel of the Long Island Ducks. Call 631-231-1100 today. That's 631-231-1100.
Baseball fans, the Long Island Ducks mobile app has officially arrived. Powered by Clear Vision Apps, it's your one-stop shop for all things Ducks baseball. Buy tickets straight from your mobile device. Receive game status updates with push notifications. Check out up-to-the-minute news and scores and interact with the Ducks on social media. Best of all, it's free. Download the Ducks mobile app today by visiting the App Store on your Apple-powered device or Google Play on your Android-powered device. The Long Island Ducks mobile app, with you wherever you flock to.
And David Weiss back to the Duck Pond, where tonight Long Island took the opener from the West Virginia Power by the final score of 6-1. Time now for the recap of tonight's contest. Scott Harkin, the right-hander starting for Long Island, his second start of the season for the Flock against the only southpaw on the staff of West Virginia, Joe Harris. Well, the Ducks got to Harris early after Harkin sat down West Virginia in the opening inning. Vladimir Frias and Steve Lombardozzi both walked to begin the bottom of the first. With Lou Ford at the plate, they pulled off the double steal. So Frias to third, Lombardozzi to second, nobody out. Lou lifted a fly ball to center, deep enough to bring home Frias with the game's first run, sac fly for Ford. Lombardozzi crossed to third, and Long Island had the 1-0 lead. L.J. Mazzilli stroked an RBI single to left field plating Lombardozzi. It was 2-0 Flock, just 4 batters in, and for L.J. Mazzilli, he extended his hitting streak to 19 games. There'd be no further scoring, and the Ducks led it 2-0 after 1 inning of play. It stayed that way until the fourth, when the Power scored what proved to be their only run of the game. Reimer Liriano lofting a solo homer to left off Scott Harkin, his 5th home run of the year, and the Power on the board. They had cut the lead in half and made it a 2-1 game. The Ducks would get that run back in their half of the 6th inning, as coming home to score on a wild pitch was L.J. Mazzilli. That happened with Sal Giardina at the plate, and Long Island had the 2-run cushion restored. They led it 3-1 after 6 innings of play. They would add 3 more in the bottom of the 8th with the flock as they would bat around. Steve Lombardozzi, a walk, Lou Ford, a single, L.J. Mazzilli, a flyout. With Ryan Jackson at the plate, though, Lombardozzi would score on a pass ball. Giardina, a single up the middle. Sanchez, an RBI single that brought home Ford to tack on another run, and then Daniel Fields pinch hitting an RBI single that brought home a 3rd run. The Ducks send 9 men to the plate. They scored 3 runs on 4 hits, still left the bases loaded, but let it 6-1 going to the 9th, where they would bring in Danny Barnes to try to close it out. He would get Teodoro Martinez to pop out to second, Reimer Liriano to fly to center, and Alberto Callaspo to ground out to first. A 1-2-3 9th, and the Ducks put a ribbon on a 6-1 victory. Final numbers for Long Island: 6 runs, 7 hits, 2 errors. They left 7. For West Virginia, 1 run, 4 hit, no errors. They left 4. The winner is Harkin. He goes to 2-0. The loser, Harris, he drops to 0-1. And the game played in 2 hours and 53 minutes before a crowd of 3,618. So with the win, the Ducks go to 22-19. They snap a 2-game losing streak. With the loss, the Power fall to 17-23. They have lost 2 straight and 3 of 4. Again, West Virginia now 3-12 on the road, and they are 1-3, 4 games into this season-long 12-game homestand. Ducks start off a 6-game homestand with a win and even up the season set against West Virginia. Both teams now with 3 victories against each other in the season set. Again, your final tonight from the Duck Pond: Long Island 6 and West Virginia 1. We'll take a timeout. When we come back, we'll check in on the out-of-town scoreboard in the Atlantic League. Some very good news for Long Island Ducks fans, so stick around for that. We'll preview tomorrow night's Game 2 pitching matchup and wrap this one up. Again, your final tonight: the Long Island Ducks 6, the West Virginia Power 1.
Hey fans, this is Bud Harrelson, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network.
When we see Long Island, we see you. Because at Catholic Health, we know that it's your remarkable lives that breathe life into our island. So at every Catholic Health hospital, practice, and care facility, we're able to provide the highest quality, most innovative care for your body, because our culture cherishes your humanity. Long live Long Island.
Remember what life used to be like? Before the virus, before the isolation. Remember the sights, the sounds, and those incredible smells? Remember when you didn't have to be 6 feet apart and there were reasons to celebrate? Remember what that felt like? It's time to make new memories to remember. Welcome back. Get tickets at liducks.com. liducks.com.
Chris King and David Weiss back one final time to the Duck Pond, where Long Island has beaten West Virginia 6-1. The good news on the out-of-town scoreboard: in Lexington, Kentucky, the Legends have a 10-1 lead over Southern Maryland now as they play in the bottom of the 5th. And the significance of that: the Ducks started the night second place in the North Division, 1 game back of Southern Maryland. So with Long Island's win, they're a half game back. If Lexington, who are 17-2 at home this year, can hold a 9-run lead on their home field, then the Ducks and the Blue Crabs would have identical records of 22-19, be tied for the top spot in the North Division with 19 games remaining in the season's first half. Elsewhere, a doubleheader tonight between the 2 North Carolina teams, this one in High Point. Gastonia thumps the Rockers in the first game 8-1, but High Point getting some revenge over the Honey Hunters in the second game. They lead it 4-0 in the top of the 5th. Again, both of those games scheduled for 7 innings. Battle of the Pennsylvania teams. It's known as the War of the Roses. Clipper Magazine Stadium in Lancaster, PA tonight. And it's the Barnstormers all over the York Revolution. 12-5. Lancaster leads it in the top of the 7th. And the Major League All-Star game in Denver tonight, where the American League, again, has won the last 7 straight. AL has just made it a 4-0 game now in the top of the 5th, so they have the lead. Shohei Ohtani pitched the first inning, did not allow a hit or a run, had 2 at-bats, and went 0 for 2 at the plate. Vlad Guerrero had a homer. Vlad Guerrero had an RBI ground out, and Xander Bogaerts has just singled to make it 4-0 AL, again over the NL in Denver as they bat in the top of the 5th. So, David, could be a great night for Long Island if Lexington can hold a 9-run lead at home. I think, 17-2 on that home field. I think they're going to be all right to take home the 9-run lead. I think we can officially say the Ducks are tied for first place.
Well, stranger things have happened, but I think that's a pretty good certainty for tonight and for the Ducks and for skipper Wally Backman. If you want to be a nitpicker, yes, the Ducks made a couple of errors that did not come back to bite them. The only run was scored on a solo homer from Reimer Liriano. Otherwise, very timely hitting for the Long Island Ducks, including 2-out singles from the law firm of Giardina, Sanchez, Fields, and who else? Well, that's the law firm right there, those three, and a big walk by Almodovar. It's just a good effort by the Ducks all around tonight, especially on the mound.
Yeah, Scott Harkin, 6 innings of 2-hit, 1-run ball. Remember his Ducks debut? 6 innings of 5-hit shutout ball here Wednesday in the win over High Point. So he is 2-0 since joining the flock. And again, the bullpen goes 3 solid innings, allowing only 2 hits and no runs at all. So really, that was the story. And they'll count on Joe Iorio, the righty, to keep that going tomorrow. He has been terrific. A 2-1 record, 4.06 ERA. He'll be opposed by Eric Sekula, a fellow righty for West Virginia. 2-4 record, though, for Sekula with a 4.40 ERA. So, David, if the Ducks can win tomorrow night, they'll know they have won the series and then would have a chance to go for the sweep on Thursday. But first things first, they get the first game, snap a little 2-game skid they were on, and certainly build some confidence here tonight.
Our first journey together here with more to come for this season. How's your back feeling after carrying me for the whole
No. You got your first win. You did the heavy lifting.
Yeah, okay.
Look at the scoreboard. Where were 5 of the 6 runs scored in your innings, my friend?
For somebody who's had multiple back surgeries, don't say heavy lifting to me. Please. No way. But listen, it was a lot of fun tonight.
It's
always great to see you. And we're back in business here with the Ducks off to a good start in this homestand. And we'll see where it goes from here. But tied for first place, at least we think that's going to be the outcome tonight. And it's going to go right down to that final game for the first half. We'll see what happens. But it was fun tonight.
All right, time to say goodnight, Gracie.
That's it. Once again, the final score from Fairfield Properties Ballpark in central Islip. The Ducks 6, the West Virginia Power 1. A quick happy birthday 2 days in advance to my daughter Rachel, who turns 27 on July the 15th. 2 nights from now.
Happy birthday, Rachel.
Chris, give Maggie a big hug because she'll be 27 any minute now. I know she's still a teenager.
I will.
It'll happen in a blink of an eye. We invite you to join us for our next Ducks broadcast tomorrow night. Ducks hosting this same West Virginia Power in the middle game of this 3-game series. Pre-game show at 6:20. First pitch, 6:35 right here on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network, liducks.com, youtube.com/Long Island Ducks, and Facebook Live or something like that. For the Kinger, Chris, the Islanders should have won the Cup this year, King. I'm the Daver. David laminectomy once a week, whether I need it or not, Weiss. Thanks so much for listening. We'll do it again tomorrow night. Enjoy the rest of your Tuesday evening. Good night for the Duck Pond. One more thing. Okay, I'm done.